The money is for the people, it's not for the chairman. The chairman is just a representative of the people in the enterprise groups. That is all. So AGMs, like we are going to hold one, I think they have already started, I think. Most AGMs, you tell the people that they can vote those chairmen out and clean up their circles. So thank you very much. Bwana Yaredis.
Thank you, Honorable Garabzi. I'm Mukano Alex Bright Nzirimu, the RDC Kyegegwa. It's true, we have a challenge of extension in PDM, but we as people of Kyegegwa, this is how we are addressing it. When we get information, we subject it to investigations to find out whether it is true or not. And when we find out it is true, in some cases, we have forced chairpersons to refund the money they got. Then in other cases, we have prosecuted them. In fact, as we're talking now, some are already in prison. Then another area, we are encouraging the members of the circle, empowering them to know that these leaders are their own and they have the ability to chase them out if they feel they are dissatisfied with them. So that's how we are handling the issue of extension. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Garabzi. My name is Africano Ahali Kundera, RDC Kamwenge. First of all, Kamwenge is not a suspect, but my insight is that considering the recent cabinet resolution empowering the assistant RDCs and the OWC commanders, for us as a district to have segmented Kamwenge into 2 constituencies. My assistant RDCs, one is assigned to Chiware constituency and another one is in the Chiware East. Then they are reinforced by OWC commanders. So we have reduced the workload of the district commercial officer who has been overseeing the entire district and has been having a whole lot of work which has been a burden, but through assistant RDCs and OWC commanders, we have reduced that burden. Now, through the cabinet resolution, we learned that these bodies of circles are not permanent and pensionable. So we have gone ahead to educate and sensitize them that the failure to adhere to the national guidelines and directives, we are disbanding them. So when we started disbanding them, that's why you see and hear that Kamwenge district is no longer a suspect. And it is not going to be a suspect at all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Garabzi, the National Coordinator of PDM. I'm Honorable Sale Kamba, the RDC Kabalole. To begin with, I'm 2 months in the district, but the issue of extortion in the PDM activities is cross-cutting. It is a general problem, and in my district, there were a few suspicions, and we followed them up. Actually, I found them in the place. They were followed up, and one case which was proved, the suspects were arrested, and they were subjected to court. And the matter is already before court, and it is being handled by court. They were suspended from office to make sure that there is no conflict of interest anymore. So the issue of extortion, we are ready as the RDC's office. We are in touch with the political and the technical leadership of the district to make sure that it is a daily activity, to make sure that we follow up the PDM activities on a daily basis to establish those cases, and we shall make sure that whatever happens, whoever is involved is brought to book. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Garabzi. And I respect you all, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kamkama Nicholas Kaine. I am the RDC Bunyangabo. First of all, in the subsequent batches of PDM, that is after the first batch, is where we had lots of thefts. Among other causes is people didn't wish to register in the first batches. But when they saw others getting the money now, everyone picked interest. Now, in the first batches, the regulations were not very clear. There were a few issues of corruption here and there, but later, as we go on, we are perfecting the business. However, what is causing all this is between the one giving the bribe and the one receiving the bribe. When they are doing that, they are behind doors. They are in thickets. They are privately doing it, the two people. When this person finally fails to get their bargain of the bribe, that is when they come. It becomes a subject of investigation where you cannot prove. So I want to say our biggest part of the population, please forgive me, members, they are the thieves. Lastly, as of Nyangabo district, I have 5 cases on PDM, all in court, and about 10 cases of theft of our PDM animals, they are also in court. We are handling, sir. I thank you.
So thank you very much, RDCs. I think that one was very clear. But now finally, about extortion, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. And this I put in writing, and I wrote a circular all over the country. I don't know, at least to all cows, most of you had got that circular. Number one, we noticed where the extortion happens. The extortion happens on the registration of who, on the selection on who is going to get the money. These people, there are many people, because the money is little, 300 people all want to get money, yet only 100 can get. Then that is when bribery starts coming in. Now, we said let this be in open. Let it be in the open. There should be village meetings or a parish meeting, a community meeting, where selection is made, where everyone is. Those are the guidelines I wrote and sent out to everyone. Once that list has been formulated, it is going to be displayed for everyone to know that these are the people who are getting, so that you are not extorted, so that you are not lied to that you're going to also receive. Now, that will reduce a bit. But of course, criminality is criminality. We have to continue fighting it. But for that matter, a lot of supervision has to be done and oversight. That's why in that circular I wrote and said that CDOs, however much you are the ones who form the enterprise groups, you are not involved in the selection. Parish chief, you are not involved in the selection. The selection is by the community members, strictly. Parish chief, I want your signature as a witness. The GISO, I want your signature as a witness. OWC, I want your signature as a witness. Now they brought assistant RDCs. I also want your signature as a witness. But RDCs, it will be your office responsible. If your RDC signs and that list changes, it is you who is responsible. So once those people append their signatures on that original list, that is the one which goes into the payment process. Now, if that list changes, we will know who has done it. And there will be no need for investigations. It will be straight to Mabusu. The president is very clear on this one. So, I don't see how we can fail to monitor that. You are leaders. You're down there. You are the leaders. How can you fail to? Those are simple guidelines. Just get a checklist and say, did you follow this? Did you follow this? Did you follow this? We only send money twice a year. Just take off time in your parish, in your sub-county, and monitor the selection process. It's only twice a year. And we shall see whether extortion will be an issue anymore. But I implore all of you to be involved. It's not only us who are going to do this job. So, finally, Bwana RDCs, you have RDCs, cows, district agriculture officers, and most especially the TPC, the Technical Planning Committee of the district. Yes, and the commercial officers. You have how many hours per week of free airtime on radio stations? 2 hours. The president has told you, please use this time to sensitize the people, because right now all we have to do is tell the people that this money is theirs. We are in the later stages of forming the bank. The long term, and you will hear the president say it, the long-term dream and vision of His Excellency is to have a community bank at the parish. That's why we are putting up all these structures. Now, that bank is for the people. That's why it's called a community bank. It's for the people, with very low interest rates, with affordable and accessible monetary capital. So it is their money, and you should tell them that they should guard it jealously. And you as a leader, it is incumbent upon you to see that the vision of the government, which is very noble in this case, is achieved. And that is the purpose of leadership. The purpose of leadership is for the leader to direct his flock to the right pasture. Here the pasture is alleviation of household poverty. We just want to eliminate it. That is the pasture. You as a leader, you're the shepherd. You're supposed to lead them that way. No one else is going to do it for you, and that's why you're in these leadership positions. So, thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I know there were questions for you, and maybe summarize the PDM session. Thank you very much.
Okay, before the Honorable Minister, special announcement. In case you have lost your key for the car, come and see me here. I have your car. I don't know the number plate. Even I don't know the type of your car. Please come and cross-check with me. Nimanya kinu kisumuruzo cha pikipiki rundi cha motoka mukama wacho ni kusaba mpikeo. Ekya kabiri White Minister takaizire abaire chikaguze kinde chikugamba, it was about equity. Because we have a big parishes, Nosanga one parish in over 15 or 16 villages. So sharing 100 millions was a big problem. Webale muno kanimanya nikiongera kigaruka na rubaju wakunu kuchwera mu parish zaitu ezo bakatunga emiruka nyingeho. Webale muno.
No, the answer is not in dividing the parishes. It is increasing the money. You see, we are not going to create more administrative units, which will be another expenditure, rather than just increasing the money because of the population size. I think that is a better way to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There is a lady who came because the line had already been closed and asked me why can't councillors also benefit from this money? Why can't you create an avenue for the councillors to get? The answer is there is a lot of money in the categories where the councillors fall. The women fall under the utilization of WEP. Then women councillors with businesses that have grown and stabilized, they can benefit from growth. And a myoga. So it's you to discover where you want and you'll be there. You can fall under a circle on your village, in your parish, in your district, and you'll again benefit from there. There is someone from Kyegegwa, Omuhereza, who said you are just deceiving us. Why give us money? And when we increase our production, we can't add value because there is no power, there is no electricity. My answer is that Rome was not built in a day, and priorities overlap each other. Now, as government, there was a general outcry all over the country that the students of all level are compelled to do ICT paper as a must. It has to appear on their transcript. So government focused on installing power in all seed schools and other private schools, also in health centers, right from health center 3s up to the highest, because there are drugs, for example, immunization drugs, that need that high temperature of electricity, and after that, we shall descend to urban centers and to the lowest ground. So patience pays, and power is coming. Then another lady said, you are even a lady, a minister. You are not thinking about us. Carrying 3 sub-counties. You also don't mind about yourselves. Your male counterparts have small counties, yet you are carrying a burden. What are you thinking? Honorable Peace Mustuzo, come and give an answer. But my smallest summary is that we need to change the law. Once we change, then we shall. But let's gender say something.
Thank you, honorable colleague. It is true that women have bigger constituencies, but there is no law that bars women from contesting with men. There is an open seat. So that open seat is where a man or woman can contest. However, it is very difficult for women to penetrate, because the perception is now that that seat is now a preserve for men. At the local government level, there have been reviews of the article and constitution. Now there are smaller constituencies being considered, and there have been an increase. What used to be an affirmative of only 30% at the district level has now improved to 46%. It is that Parliament that is still a hurdle that requires an amendment of the Constitution. So until the Constitutional Review Commission, they have been doing the consultations, but have not sat to consider or conclude. It is something that is really very hot. Women are already proposing that for every constituency, there should be a female and male. Or we amend to state that every district delivers only 1 male and female for purposes of equality. So until that is done, we still have a challenge. It requires amendment of Article 33(5) of the Constitution. Thank you.
Another question was, why do you tell us to supervise what we don't know? You release your money quietly. The cows don't mention. Why are you compelling us to supervise what we don't know? In the district, there is the District Executive Committee, the DEC. The DEC, you are the engine of information gathering and sharing. Because the cow reports to DEC the money received, and by law, the cow, you are supposed to even pin on your notes board the releases received. Now we have enlightened you. Every quarter the money comes, you should compare your chief administrative officers to ensure that the councillors know. And in the district councils, ask in case the report from finance doesn't display the releases, but I know with Kabarole I've been attending councils, the financial report reveals all the monies that have been received. Then the Kyegegwa lady said, that one I shouldn't repeat. My officer has answered it ably. If the committees are corrupt, you have the power to vote them out and do it without fear or favor. The rest are a repetition. I think let me stop here. Thank you. But go here and make today's meeting your turning point to go back and be fully responsible. You have authority, utilize it. You are also answerable, not only the MPs, were squarely responsible and answerable to the people. So when the districts performs poorly, don't say the LC5 chairperson should go. the whole line should go. Because when we don't do our roles and begin pointing fingers, we are disadvantaging government up to the president. Thank you. Thank you very much. Keep listening.
Mumutere mungaro wekitinisa twoki mama wabana. Ntukusima mama wabana webale muno kandi obuhabuzi bwabo bukuru muno. Ninyenda kubamanyisa abantu bamukama ebikaguzo byanyu byone bimuine ebirukwata amihanda n'ebintu ebinde babalizeho obwire bwabyo buroho. Hati mutwikirize tutunge special entertainment kuruga mu bana abato abanyakwizire kutuhereza amasemerero amarungi. Nimbasaba team y'abana abato muije mutuhereze music interlude. Baitu hagato mulitwe tuinaho owekitinsa misach kawamara ntwenda kusima no kutangira adieri tukusima tukusaba yemero hubira abantu tukusima omulimo gorukora NRM government NRM oye omusaijogo wa amani muno mu region yetu kandi atwatirire ni murorangu nagezao kuhindura ensinganto kugonza NRM kandi baingi bajoiningire NRM habwengonze nyungi za kuboleka adieri tukusima kandi tukusima tena ugarukira no mchara wawe amoti ayebale kubaru bajuru wawe kwataniza naiwe hakusagika enkurakurana ya Toro no wekitinsa James byamukama nawe tumusimiraho habokuba puli nibo bakomero mushaka webale kuija kwataniza naitwe kandi webale muno kwa NRM ntukusima byone byokozire ebyosiga nibyogesa webale muno munkirizo bwire bunu nsobole kutangira entertainment ni kwa nyuma entertainment naja kubaho nisaba wa microphone abana bahereza microphone niko basobole gena maiso no kutuentertaininga rundi no kutuzinira kurungi. Honorable ministers okitinsa kabahenda Flavia ayitekanize kwa manyira omaisoho kake mwebale muno anyakwine chikaguzo chione chikwata amihanda nebindi byone bigambirweho ni kusaba obe standby kandi borabo soboire okhandike obundi kisokutuyamba kurachaikaho omuntu wena ochikwataho oborabo ine chikaguze kindi chione cha minister ni kusaba osokutachigamba muzindaro osokuchandika nompikaho nturura minister ogu na kugarukamu ngoko ekitinsa Frank abanda amaziri yako bagarukamu mwebale muno DJ nisaba wa microphone obahereza microphone abana bagene maiso no kutu entertaininga. Nyongera kutwara omugisa kusima no kutangira na muno abantu abanyakulinzire eteka atali abalyaba bali mu mbozi runda abanyakuizire batakakengere kike kituro nimbasaba itwe na tuikare tutekane tugwagwane ntebe nizitumara kandi twetekerezeo rundi twechumitirize ikintu kimo kyonka echo wekitinisa Matia Kasaija agambireho kubingo bunaku kusero bugaiga leka tusabele kwataniza hamo tubingo bunaku kusero bugaiga tutwale Uganda mu maiso habo enkurakurana yihangalite Uganda kurali yahika o middle income status kandi already tuli hageti tutindirize kuchinguraho nuko tusobole gena maiso nenkurakurana NRM oye NRM oye mugwijagire NRM oye nimbasaba muzeyo bwarahika mwongere mu vibe mwongere mu amani mwongere mu emizira leka tukole mu sample NRM oye Museveni oye Kitagwenda oye Kyegegwa oye Bunyanga oye Fort Portal City oye nisaba they arrange it. Awakutu entertaininga ba media club owekitinsa mama wabana habaire chikaguzo cho mukaikuru waitu ono murungi kandi senior mukanso ya saba ex gracia akasente kabu kabaire kata kandi nyenda kwa manyisa honorable ministers present and the senior leaders amidst us we have the senior elder Muzei Basaliza kijana with 100 years. 100 years is here, historical founder of OPM and NRM. Ni saba yemere mumurole okatoito. Owekitinisa Kusima kanda yekwatirize aizire kuba hano habwengonzi za Toro abantu ba Kyegegwa is the first vet doctor ayabaira hano mu Kyegegwa kujanja binte zanyu mwebale muna barungi. Ninyongera kurabya ikirango aliyogwanya kunagire ekisumuruzo oba kya motoka oba kya pikipiki onsere ntakatahire anyakwizire na motoka ya Ministry of Health motoko gerekere mu alamu horagenda kugitandikira no kusanga battery hoireho nikusaba nayi ogende orole motoka yawe. Ninyongera kusaba ogwe narayebwa esimuye rundi ekintu kye kyona ngo ali mu special cameras. They are only the two eyes. Please take control of your property. Tinkumanye mitima yaitu itwe na abanyakule hano maranganyira abantu ba Mukama nyona gambo mwebale muno buli muntu atekinge concern hakintu kye kyakwasire mwebale muno abarungi.
Chetuva tubonga nawe tubo tulaze ntoli wa munafe. Chetuva tubonga nawe wamba bachali tubonge kusebo. Bonda byenfunyemo kubakera nenjia. Sidukale tukubanga soba mbengudo bazirima. Chemba mbonga no nawe bonga kusebo.
Votability, yellow ability, stable stability, sevo.
Votability, yellow ability, stable stability, sevo.
Tubonga nawe,
sevo.
tubonga nawe,
sevo.
Tuimba nawe waimba na fe.
Sevo.
Tuimba nawe waimba na fe. Sebo.
Twabachala twabonabona, dala bachala twasosolebwa, kati abachala twanunuliwa, kati abachala twevuga, mwafisi tukola, mubutale twetala, umulembe kwa sebo.
Entunula tenda kane tembude yunandabayo, Uganda chebude bwebude kuruno mpayo, sindukanduka kati raga kabuda kati ya salawo, kala yelo basi ya yelo tuchirinya malayo.
Freedom of expression, kati twogera, la materia luleta no. Luringo na yimbirani, landmine bazooka, mposo yimbire maju, kutale mu bisaka.
Bonga nawe lwakuba ogwokumegwanga gwaginza. Yes boss, big boss. Tuli wamu nawe tugenda nawe ogwokumegwanga gwakusinga. Big boss, yes baba.
Tubonga, nawe tubonga.
Okay, mwebale muno abato nimanya mwine poem mujagibazaho omukuru bwarahika owihanga Lyon na Uganda. Mwebale muno abarungi nisaba habo bwire bwe bikaguzo leka abana bagaruke beikari niko abantu bakaguze bikaguzo byabo. Mwebale muno. Thank you so much please. Thank you. Amidi stars nyenda kongera kubamanyisa ngwaroho ensinganto ezibaire zihaba habisibwe aro ensinganto ezibaire zihaba habisibwe zigenzira mu bitebe ebindi baitahati habuzi wakitinsa misa chikawamara baikiriza ba joininga NRM na ba coordinator ba Kyegegwa nimbasima mwebale Kyegegwa district team nimbasaba mwemere baba manyire ngo NRM is the only the answer we have. Mwemere ensinganto nimbasaba mwemere abantu baba manyire we are ready to move NRM oye Museveni oye. Mwebale muno kwija hachererezi. Musagike NRM government. Mwebale kusagika NRM party. Thank you very much. Munyikirize. Niongere munyikirize. Nsobole kuraliza wekitinisa peace. Aije asobole kuhayo ebigambo bye kandi hanyuma yecho ntugenda kuraliza abantu kukaguza ebikaguzo byanyu byone bikwata hengudo after representation of a honorable minister Peace Mutuzo Rajas Akiki.
Thank you, Tom. Ninja kubaza mindset change akono gobujunazi wa bwaitu nka Ministry ya Gender, Labor and Social Development mu nkora ya PDM. On mindset change, we talk specifically about gender relations. Abako enkwataniza y'abanyoro n'abakyara bakayikuru n'abagorusu niyo yonka erikuja kuhinduraho enkora erikuja kureta obuguda. Hanyuma nebitekerezo bitu nibukora bita kuja kora ngya reta obuguda. Sometimes nosobora kutubota inanitaka. Abako present berabongira hona babaira baina mataka merabakora. Betaro muntu asoga manyonyera ka computer kange ninja kakosa a certain app nkore sente ngo wa Facebook ngo yakoza sente atainitaka nakati. Nyara kubaza ikintu kya gender and economics or wealth creation. Entekereza yokutekereza ngo abakyara hareba kusemera ku bantu batunga nayo ne tugari nyuma. Naje kusanga abagamba itaka omukazi takusikira itaka eri yisa runde eri yiba. Okutagira security hitaka kireteriza abakyara kugaruka mu mataka ganu ago kusanga swamps kusanga narima natakure kijongo nagena mbere haro exaru bengi bagenzera basere bikaroko hati ya mari krestere climate change ensi yetu yatabanguka na yahinduka. So mubikaro nko mu northern Uganda harombera abakazi batakwikiriza bakutungente no bakubaira na kapasitaro no bakubaira agiye guriri osanga takusobora no gitunda no bakubaira agini kuija gitunda buri nabanza kusaba musaija orusa ro kutunda enteye hatu no marira bakazi babatere mukurise empunu embuzi. Now that kind of economics netugari nyuma abako waina kapasita yo kutunga ente ka gitunge agirorere kanoso kusanga obunu ko kwakubaroho bwira buhona kakuba mugisa rundi shares munteze zimwine okagamba kaboga abori ente zawe ziri 5 ezange ziri 8 na zirisa kurungiro mutima gumu abakuba namanya she's a shareholder. Short of that haro ije kusanga mbere bakwika akagamba binu sente za kikyara ngira ku discouraging embaza ya sente za kikyara abakuba buso sente za kikyara ne za kiseja all money is legal tender zona sente za zeka oiro bwakubanyigirizibwa muno noija kusanga amaririre ezindi nazahura nagamba kanu kankombe ko waitu habakuba nyenje akakuba bichweka mwananka kandi kuno waswiro no manya ukarahira no kurahira until death does you apart. Betu no gamba kanu kankahuro waitu habakuba kiro nikija kwika nsanga ntaina kanyine betu na hokahwire noija kusanga kana mugenzi wawo omojo rundo musaija still no ari ni charge akanta akoko yahwiriri. So ozasarekere baro musaija wazahura kuri na hariondi kanija kumara nazo atazikoiraki utazgoborera muno. So ekuru muno PDM ekinjegera mu represent abungiri cyamaze megarwira abantu muka kandi abagara mukora hamwe hona mbera najya obero no musaija omukazi nakwataniza na musaija we munkora egi bangu habo kuba emitwe ebiri nekera hugumu kandi ensonga bako baswerengana ensonga ende her gender roles abakazi bakora mirimoki abasaija bakora mirimoki abasaija bangwiro kwangwa kutekereza bwangu ngune mirimo y'abakazi bakora bwerabera umusente kabagirumbe bagikora ko kandi bagitahiza umusente obogena makoro rundi mu mahoteli osanga abasaija bahotoro oburu osanga isomero bakora emirimo yo kucumba beitumuka takusobora kikora hati eki abakazi basigara mirimo yabo ebakutekereza ngo ikaberi yabo abasaija barumba masaruni abakusare nono basaija kandi bagobora makasente hatita abakazi ntekereza yo gama ngo ene mirimo titugikora tosobora kutera omugere pikipiki kandi kuna amani ogaini kakuba kisamba weza pikipiki yake negaruka inyuma negenda maiso hata ntekereza muringogu ntekwa kutandika kusera stage abakaza nabo applying sente zire ze myoga stage ya boda boda nabasambe migere pikipiki torero bwetagendi batwara abana baba isomero bongere babagari so nje kusanga hari limitations eze mirimo notekereza mirimo tekuzoka notekereza mirimo ya kicyara na exija kandi kundi yona nmusobora gikora nyonye na yakasomero kango kwa kaskiring nyina mwabana bakuombeka mazima bakutera omusumari tugukwaba ngo abakwa mwana wobwisiki obakutera omusumari mu rubaho rundi no muibati tugukwaba so entekereza egi nitekwa gihinduraho twarongo itwana twakora mirimo mbere guraba kuzokere mbere passion yawe eri ogukore kandi okore kurunga gutera umutima noja kurwamo kandi otunga sente ensonga ende hari generational challenges hari hembaza yebero bino abana bahati abandi bagamba sazinu itwa kateko mu murimo tutekutera nanka habaki tutekora mu murimo ogokombeka nanka rundu itwa kweyombeka nkabantu buri generation ena challenges zayo hata abakurusi baitu n'abakayikuru baitu barahitaka no bakurima betu myaka 50 mu maiso eri taka rija kwarita roho rundi rija kwarita ito muno ritakusobora kutungisa sente nabweke ntekereza eyo kutekereza itaka rwonka terikuja kutumara bizibu ntitekwa kusera plan B kantu kya kandi nuko mubwira mwa ensinganto kutungwa kuziri nyingi obuchweka nsanju na mwenda hachikumi barahansi emyaka 35 hata barano kiroroti nkimanyisa ngo mubwire bwa maiso of course tokuja kwetera mwana itaka betu mnaja kukora kikura gubabaho nikija kwetagisa generation nege kutekereza plan yayo bwira buno turo represent Museveni we pila yaitu ni we muvugi wa basi ni wa kutekereza ibintu biribyona tura Musevenomics betu mu myaka 50 mu maiso no hari kuja kwembere kibinja ekindi ekuja kureta enkora korane nyingi ekyo kumarira Toro subregion tuina comparative advantages ezaitu antu abakuri sente abanyakuri mu grassland mu savannah areas ito waitu turbo kurima betu ntekwa kuteka mu bintu bisatu ekyo kubanza obwiri buri kaira kona ka planningira na kakozaki ekya kabiri choice arembaza yogamba kangende rwebajo ngende kwe maramara mu bojo busabwo mezi bwiro bwo kwe maramara either ogenzera kumuraho rundo ogenza kutekerezana kuinsetekerezana bagenzi bawe amanye bero bintu cyenda album zira album ezere zaraga kasani mawe kiro kinu akabatere saha amanya kabagizrata hatinezo kora hize esimu zija kuwaho twakwegombera kora gutatunga album buri muntu mukaye ebyari kukora nibyahukana ndibyamutahiwe nimwegombesa genda kumubungera kubirora obwarabirora ine cyaro kwegayo akaja akakopa akakora ebukisana nebyawe rundi nobunda akateka mu magezi ganda akakiraho hate ekyo butabanguko bwa maka echeki babarira buri mwaka tukora survey Equal Opportunities Commission stire pointing abutabanguko bwa maka kufandiyo ensonga emwe rikuretereza abantu ko banakuru nukusitaganetinga mu kurakorana beitu biretereza bwa kandite buntu butaito buti ekyo kubanza abantu tubakwenda kudikiraringa ebibaina hari bagenzi babo no mukazi na yehora harubaju no musaija na yehora harubaju busakorora account ya mutahiwe kandi obone bagamba death does you apart until death does you apart enju next week bari mukimu ekitaba bari mukimu beitekerezo byindi entekereze embazendi baba zakintu kimucyonka abana tuno baba gaisire no makwere mutabaine kakomba mwaswirangana ni mwikarahamu enjara abandi tubakwenda kuhandika wiru dereki kireserekizo byamana muno omuntu narwara betu no bota kurwaira paka no manyorifa everybody is a candidate of death. We like it or not, we shall all die. Whether we die at 20 or at 90, ultimately we shall live. Betu nagendanta hata obuso tukiriza kutanga tangana burwa nyineka kurgaho nyineka kubargaho byona atabiterekerize mu rwararwe n'abantu batari bebona nibaija kireki nyenki banabi kandi mu Uganda there is no bastard in Africa buri mwana naingana na wamtahi we. In Africa there is no bastard even in our constitution. Ba bastard yake kigamba tariyongero kigambira umuntu ngu bastard. No, there is no bastard in Africa. Buri muntu inobuga kwingana no mutahi we abazarirwa whether she's in the wedlock or outside the wedlock. Beita abana bakuba tabanjurira bagenzi babo nikibagumanganira muno kutaha bagenzi babo kafitingamo kano ija kusanga saheki ni bari kusoka bokumara kurugaho oye kaguza kandi buri kakabaro hata habacha tarazokera bwirobo osangeka kuruga kireki ebintu byahindukira kimu owakaba nasoma narugamu mu isomero habakuba koraga mu muhanda gundi nicyo kimu ndekimbariza cyabacyara ekyo gama ndimuka betini purantarisa cyuwe kirikumara kantarika kwa huro buntu banga harubaje oturundi no planingira kugenda kandi kuno kezira kimu kucumba permanent hatebe nabyo oborukurgaho buri obo wayahwira rubaje nabo tubwina mukama kandi busaru kubumanya nabo nibuja kugenderayo. So it is important to document ebintu byetu bahandikege abantu babimanye eke bimanye at least abakuba niyo korera muno reka hakire manye byawe ningire bgambe abakuba nimanye sato akamare nyingi. Let's take one point out of the many things I've talked about. Thank you.
Bantu ba mukama rebi kaguzo bingi enaremoye nisaba abantu abanyakuli mutentu kunu. We shall remain with few members abani tujagaruka tuikare mbikaro byaitu apart from the few who are going to stay in this special tent. Mwe bali muna barungi nenyenda kusome ekikaguzo bine bitoite vampaire bano ba minister babakagwize bikaguzo tibasoboire kuba ni presentinga ekikaguzo number 1 njigenda al deputy attorney general Oektinsa Kafuz Jackson Arali. What does the constitution say about women, standing on women MP, woman MP, from where they are born or where they are married? Ekyo rakigora amateka ga Uganda ngekiriza abakazi kwemera nambere bazairwe rundi nambere bakuswerwa. Ekyo rakigaruka mu Arali abantu benda kumanya. Ekikaguze kindi nchigenda Oektinsa Kaboyo, Honorable Minister Kaboyo ne bagamba akyaro confusion ya amani muno omurubuga Kabarole na Fort Portal City about the veterans. Leadership yabo ter streamlined ne basaba aba Fort Portal City basigale bonka na aba Kabarole basigale bonka habokwa bakamara kubatwamu mbutongole. Nibongere ne basaba ngwaroha abantu abandi abatungire obuzibu obutano aborutaro rwa ADF omurabani mwijukira kurungi. Those veterans abantu bakahebwaga kasimo kona na abalinzire na abakozireki tibo tubali recognized mu region yona mu Toro. We are not recognized. Nibakaguza habwaki buno nibo bwire kumanya ansa yabo munkirize abo bwirobo nsobole kuraliza nsabe ebikaguzo abanyakwine ebikaguzo byabo nimbasaba mwija mpora abantu batano hakusikira presentation zinyakubaireho. First come first serve. Meya wa Chenjoja atwoki kandi meya wa Chenjoja atagarukiremu ali ekikaguzo kya Grilled enyakwizire halo Oektinsa minister atwoki mama wabana ngo abantu bakarara ne barole ekiro na nyebisana. Oektinsa Salim Saleh akamara mwaka kuona Fort Portal yaturaganize industrial park. By the way, this goes to Honorable Minister Evelyn Anita. This question goes to you directly. The President promised us industrial park, regional industrial park, and specifically it will be in Kyegegwa, in Ichaka Central. Yes. So we want to know the way forward. Thank you. Nisaba mutakaizire deka Oektinsa minister asobole kigarukamu.
I think Honorable Minister, Honorable
Tom Amoti is trying to say that we should move the industrial park. He wants us to get the industrial park here in Kyegegwa. If the land is available, because Honorable Minister Victoria Rusoke, the ones in Kabarole, you people, you're still in court. The Kabarole, where are the people of Kabarole? Now, should we move the industrial park here to Chaka? We stay in Kabarole. Chaka people, we stay in Kabarole. Anyway, okay, let's get serious. We can get the industrial park in both places, but the issue here is for Kabarole. The challenge is for Kabarole, we only have a problem of a dispute between the Kabarole district and Ministry of Agriculture. And I'm happy Honorable Frank Tumwebaze is here. And he's from Ministry of Agriculture. He's actually the Minister of Agriculture. Honorable Frank, with due respect, if you could come and answer for us when we are getting out of court. Honorable Frank, the agri-lady wants to answer, but it is between the local district, local government of Kabarole and Ministry of Agriculture. The minute the issue is resolved, for us, we shall come and do the feasibility study. As the Minister of Investment, I will continue encouraging foreign investors and local investors to come and invest in the land which is available, which is in Kyegegwa. But for Kabarole, let the minister responsible for agriculture explain to us.
Omukyalo gyanagamba oluzungu hata bakabarole munganyire nkaraganiza chairman wa Buhinga okwija Kyembogo tukamara ensongeji na Naro twina kwikirizana itake roho niringanaki Naro ekitongere ekya research ya agriculture nikitagi inywena ebitongole byone biri Kyembogo bya government tunuko kandi nibikora emirimo y'abantu bakaho itaka university twinakora itaka iri mu kwetanga ri industrial park ekazingaha Naro okulima ensigo zeitu. You see, bine ebyokulya bitukulya Naro niyo mulabomu ekora ensigo ezitakuwaho. Musobutamanya mulimo gwa Naro baitu kakuborora nolya hati na nyenche ebyokulya bitakuwa omanya Naro nekora hatu inakuinganiza emirimo ya government. So we shall balance the land Naro wants, the land the industrial park wants. I don't know who went to court and for what. Those who went to court really are just being indisciplined on either party. So I am really apologizing. I have not had time. I promised the ROC5 to come to that place with you, with Kabarole leadership, with the Naro, with the university, and we divide the land accordingly. Tujakimara muhumura ba Kabarole.
Enare moye. Webale muno wikitinsa Frank tumwebaza Moti kandi watuhereze kyerezi ngo mazima ko industrial park negenda kuija ya Kabarole obonekisairu Buhingo tachiebwa nakyo tukigonza nebindi no mubimanya baitu nacyaka naito ntwetaka agri-led owekitinisa minister ijo gambira abantu about agri-led kandi sobole garukwa mwebale muno
ya agriculture eyobulimi n'obulisa habwokuba hati nko obutale markets buli mu ministry ya government ebichweka na bweki muhumule tukatandika n'obutale obukoto central markets ninihira Kabarole tukabenefitinga akaitwa Kampanga na districts ezindi na cities ezimu nkawandegeya na Tete Kampala nebindi na habweki sente zirukiro bwingi obutwagenzire munadis twigara munadis. So I want to comfort you that although agri-led started and never completed, it's our role as government to organize more funds to start or to continue with those that we had started and were not yet completed. But One of the reasons why funds that were coming through NADS reduced is we carried all the money to PDM to empower our people to rise to zero poverty levels. So be calm, we shall keep on updating you, but the struggle should start by encouraging our grassroots men and women to work doubly hard, exploit all government opportunities to uplift the economical levels. Thank you.
Munyikirize muno abanyakwandikire bikaguzo byanyu ningenda kubereza specific ministers runda kuba ne babigarukamu baitale kikaguze kindi bakyandikire wekitinisa minister Mugasa Akiki ngwabwaki abasomesa abakusomesa arts ubatunga kasente katoito kandi aba science batunga sente nyingi ubo tibali basomesa kandi babale myakemo yona mukusoma ne basaba nabo bongera akasara. Sorry, kiro kigenda direct to Honorable Grace Mugasa Akiki. Mwebali muno.
Otyo muno ninyo Obusinge Geoffrey Kagoro ninyo meya wa Kyenjojo Town Council. Ngonza kusima government ya Uganda kandi ngonza kusima habwe byone batugambire na muno habwo rugudo orugenda kukorwa kurwa Kihura rwitenja tukamwenge. Baitu ningonza kwijukya abakujunanizibwa Minister concern webyengudo no mujwekerwa Nyakuroho na ba ministers abalhanu na ba member of parliament ba region yenu ntati myaka 10 erabireho President Museveni obyezire Kyenjojo akaturaganiza orugudo rwokuruga Kyenjojo Nyantungo Kigarale tu Kamwenge hati obtubaire ntuhure ngudo orugudo rututuruhuliremo kandi ningoza kubamanyisa omnyoro Honorable Bright abena tugambira ngo irembo lya Kabarole Footport City ni Kyegegwa nangwa ningoza mumanye ngo irembo ya Footport City ni Kyenjojo habwo kuba creation ya Kyenjojo terukusana na Kyegegwa ebiti biri bikuru baite kikuru muno nikyo nsaba orugudo rwaitu orutwaraganizibwe rwa Kyenjojo Nyantungo Kigarale tukamwenge mwebale muno kumpuliriza.
Leka tuikiranize bantu bamukama enare moye obo kwanogenda Footport City no bazankaha Chaka Kyegegwa mwebale muno tourism road itwena kitwataho Kyenjojo na Kyegegwa ninyo matuzaire oba kwebirungi nitusemererwa itwena tulibana mwebale muno.
Enare moye. My name is Tugume Brown from Charusos Town Council, a leader Kyenjojo District Local Government. My question goes to a representative for the Honorable Minister for Works and Transport. Why is it that when a project for roads come, for example, the roads that came under legs, the ministry's cost per kilometer goes to 100 million, and when we are working on our roads as a district, we use only 10 million, and we construct first-class roads. I want to ask, which magic do you use to construct 1 kilometer using 100 million? And you again say that there is corruption at districts. You check yourselves in Kampala. Another question, another engagement is that on the part of Kijura Sogai, Charusozi Katoke Road, you include that part from Rugombe, Charusozi, you always forget about it. Another question is that which plans does the Ministry of Works and Transport have? Because the road units that we got here back in 2016 are now worn out. All the money is being spent on repairs and spare parts. As local governments, we are now incapacitated under the road sector. Thank you so much.
Enare moye. Minister for Local Government Victoria Rusoke oye. Izina lyanje ni Kato Bernard, District Councillor wa Kasenda Town Council in Kabarole District. Ekibuzo kyanje kyokubanza, it goes to the representative from the Ministry of Works. Yagamba hangu dezi kuzakorwa konka by 2017-2018, the president pledged a road. Two roads actually, which is in Kabarole. One is Kasis Changa, which is a tourism road. Another one is Isunga Rwankenzi, which is a security road. Since then, these roads are left, and these roads are very productive, but they are deprived, they are choked by the bad weather, and it is impossible when it rains. So na nyenda wetu Minister Kwatwaho otushoborolere this government project with these two roads in the Kabarole district, which passes through Kasenda Town Council and the Kasenda sub-county. What is the fate of these roads? Then two, the parliament appropriates money for the districts, but forgetting the new administrative units, like Kasenda Town Council and other sub-counties and town councils, maybe and districts, whereby these units, they are left with no road fund at all. And remember, the road network, it is a big concern that serves people of Uganda in terms of business and others. Then the last one, it is about the accounting officers. As Kabarole district, in the council, we received the concern from the ROC series about being eliminated from getting the bank statements, whereby these ROC series, they don't know how much is on their bank accounts. It would be fair if these people reveal the bank statements to these lower local governments. Thank you so much.
Ninyenda kuhabura ukake abantu nywena bakwija hano kaguze ebikaguzo bibiri byonka kanyongera kubasaba ikiganyiro ngo abokuba it's our mistake, we especially the leaders twakubaire tubasoborolire bike byakuri memorandum mukabimanya abuko umuntu nakaguza nebiri mu memorandum. So nimbasaba mutuganyire kandi munyikirize, nimbasaba abanyakusigayire mu be brief habokuba bwire butwasire.
NRM oye, Museveni oye, Yibara Komuntale Trakshia Serra Moti, Woman State Councillor for Tooro City. Ekikaguzo ekyange ekyokubanza nikigenda Minister of Works, mumpulire ngudo zona ezimukugenda kukoraho, baito orugudo rukuru muno orwa Kagote Kibimba Saka Road, Egi University Road, Mberali Mountain of the Moon University, ali Yomuhota Barracks, orugudo rutimpulire nimurubazaho, orugudo rukuru muno kan rulinda very sorry state. Ekya kabiri ekikaguzo nikigenda mwa Minister of Gender, hasente za grow tukatunga omugisa mu November omwaka oguhoire twatanga naho na Minister wa Gender twabaza ekigambo kya sente za grow. Sente za grow nizija baitu tukasanga around 5 billion zitwairwa abakazi nkama 300 bonga, abakazi abali mbutale, abakazi abali mu boutique, abakazi abayina business entito abakunya kusameriye kugobora sente za growth bakuzigoboraho habwokuba ebiri kusabwa tebakubisobora, tebayina byapa bya mataka, tebayina byo kusimba. Obutwabere mu rukurato tukasaba ngo abehe bibo bibiri, one basket for the money magnets, women money magnets, and one basket for these women who have small businesses. Baitu twagamba ngo hakire government ebayambe abakazi abakole group y'abakazi batano basayiningirengana abali mbutale nabo basobale kugobora. So ni nsaba Minister wa Gender okutugambira entekanize egi nambere yahika habwokuba abakazi oku mu byaro abaino business obutito tebagobarira na kataito kandi bali mukura. Then ekyo kumalira kya Minister wa local government, white minister itonka Fort Tooro City tuinena kunyingi sente ezikuruga mu local government intito nibatuha 1.1 billion okukola enguudo za road maintenance baitu obwekabere Fort Portal municipality bakaba nibatunga 1.2 billion obwekabere municipality batunga 1.2 billion batasite ntunga 1.1 billion kandi obutwina northern division so ntusaba sentezi muzongereho nuko tusobole kwikyaho abantu obuhereza kurungi baitu ninsima ntaino kugarukira government ya NRM habwe birungi byokolira abantu ba Fort Portal amasomero amaziba nebindi byona for God and my country.
Honorable, thank you so much. Really, you have made a very good presentation. Bakwongera akarura abantu bawanyu. Muikirize manyire no kutangira wekitinisa muno. Honorable Christine Muhindo, Presidential Advisor. Ninsaba na mberolo imero hubira abantu emikono. Bantu bamukama na mbere tule hanu tubaire takarangire nyina itwe Toro ebembirwe Prime Minister of Toro Kingdom hata ikire na ba deputy bebona waitu wekitinsa Prime Minister ni kusaba yemere baraba mongamba kuranga baitu hakiri hubahe mikono tumanye ngoli naitwe na second deputy Prime Minister ni kusaba yemere mama aboli wekitinsa Ngabo William Prime Minister nayo ni kusaba yemere osolo kubirahe mikono kumanya ngo mazimako Toro na yesingire na karuzika yonele hanu hangirizo mukama wa Toro hangiriza kasura banyonya enaremoye
webale muno ndi bya mukama Wilba kandi cha person RC3 Kasenda Town Council ekikaguzo change nkigenda mu Minister wa Finance witu Honorable Matia Kasaija chino chikaguzo chawe Kasenda Town Council and new administrative units amagombora mashaka na town councils nshaka ekirungo tugambire sente tuzine beitu habwaki tutakatungaga sente zengudo kurugane batukoma. Don't you think ngo Ministry ya Finance niyo nereta ekizibu kurora ngo NRM government tiyatunga support kuruga mu new administrative entities. Now where did we get 1 billion of turaba tutine sente as NRM government? Habwaki N1 billion mutabaragira district neto bakatuhereza hoga nka new administrative union. 2
webale muno ni sabo muntu onda yongereho aboka tusikize dakika 3 zonka.
Nyoni Joseph Mlindwa ekaguzo cyange ndikigenda hali Minister of Finance yitwa ba chairman NRM hona mchanjo district otomara kukoma his excellence yitwa tsero bururu tutunga sente aba MPs mbaye milioni 10 yitwa tumutona 10 echa kabiri abarwani akasimbo kabo ko kusasurwa batego ko sasura akasimbo kabo abantu baturukumi akaruwa akarukwija mutyo
ibara niraka rwacyaka omukwenda kilo 2 ekyange nikigenda direct haro wekitini sa secretary general wa NRM waitu owekitini sa secretary general ni nsaba nkumanyise ngutamwene itulimu okukoma kwa president bakamuha obururu abayingi abo opposition n'abaletamu baitu ekyalesirekyo waitu chief mobilizer akaruga hoima waitu secretary general ni nkusaba nokwebundaza habwacyo tarekera chance n'ababa Kyegegwa kyaka kyenjojo na kabarole n'abakatunga omugisa ogwo kuserura president yakaruru habwo kuba tumusage ka 100%.
Kale mwebale munonga nyowechi echanje necho kumanyisa ekitubuzire ndizeri Julius Mahinga kuruga ka mwenje omugombora ya ka mwenje era rugamo muruka gwa cyabandara ogwatirwa bahekera egombora ito muruka gwa cyabandara tukaterwa bahekera basharamwe abantu bararengo muri 10 abantu biruka misiri yabo ejojo zija zatere misiri yabataka zena bataka owagurikarisha ija abare misiri yabo bagira ngo nibaza kuba compensatinga kubaherezamo ejo misiri yabo chonka titi tukabirebaga mwebali
otyo muno amabara niraka nibanyeta Rutangi Ismail NRM chairman habwa Kyegegwa Town Council nyine bikaguzo bibiri byonka ekikaguzo cyo kubanza inyu ninyu mukumanya habiragenda nyoti nyina kinkuja kuoleka ngukigenda hano ekyo kubanza mukatugamba tukole cooperative kandi twazikora baitu cooperative zikiro wingi zona zigwire abakamaso ofisa bakwatagaine n'aba managers sente zaitu tukozira loss titukuyibona kandi hakingire kandi tukaba twahwireyo sente zaitu. Ekikaguzo kya kabiri nikigenda owektinisa president itwe nka Kyegegwa district twakamala emyaka nyingi atakabungiro hati kiro kinu bwayizire yasorora abakulembezi bonka abantu niba complaininga mutyo muno.
Alo usinge Edison kuruga hakibale kijura nkatungwa mugisa president wihango byayizire kabarole yakabungire gombora yange habwe mirundi ebiri omurundi ogwo kubanza akaija yayerago rugudo rwa kijura omurundi ogwa kabiri nabo yagaruka yayija kijura kandi tukatungiye kizibu ekitwarwanisize besige akaija namukikani cyo kimu yagamba Museveni nabaze bisuba okwa abantu batwimukirire kimu ngo Museveni nabaze bisuba inyu abakuru tubasaba mwije mukikareki kandi orugudo murufuore priority number 1.
Kaweza Rosemary kuruga Sojo Town Council Sojo Sub County Mchenjojo District okusaba okwange kuli police post zaitu mcharo oku nikora mumbera embi muno ninsaba baraba haliyo unpots muzituhe kandi mutandike na Town Council yange Kisojo police post yange eri mumbera ambi muno.
My name is Bagoma James, the district speaker Chitagwenda district local government. My question goes to Engineer Wani. When he was reading of the roads that will be worked on, he did not mention the road of Iwanda, Chitagwenda, Chambala with expert rangers. And yesterday, Minister Anite was in Chitagwenda. He mentioned that the road will be, I just wanted to have a correction, whether the road will be worked on or not. Thank you so much.
NRM oye! Amabara Karwanga Sylvia Kik, chairperson NRM Hapuyo sub-county. Itu Hapuyo sub-county, tugira technical ya mzee ya tuhaire Muzizi Road. Tugira biombeko, titukafunaga mugisa gwagamba baba giteire plaster. Ekindi, tuino muhanda gwaitu mama na banja akaija ya gurora, gukakorewa Dr. Deep. Na saha zinu owaitu ebitoke bibyairwa mu muhanda omuhapuyi mutiyo muno.
Yebare amazina ganje ni retired sergeant Mwesige Charles. Ekibuzo cyanje nikiza wa Garabuzi Honorable Garabuzi Sozi yanagamba aha PDM. Veterans ni nyenda kumanya mukaboyiha mu veterans banje ba district kubarukuza UPDF veterans kubarukuza kutunga sente za PDM muboyihamu ngubo tubarukwikirizwa kutunga sente za PDM tinkumanya namazima kikire ninga kikire so na nimbuza kumanya
answer it that it's not allowed.
Yes,
I mean sorry, they are supposed to get.
Okay, na ninyenda kumanya echo ahabwenki niboyima ba veterans sente za
agambire they are allowed and they are supposed to get amakuru gacho nibayikirizwa kuzitunga bagarukiremo gendo bagambire bazibaye.
Amazina ndi retired officer Mpirwa Emmanuel nindwa Chitagwenda ndi chairman veteran league. Ekibuzo cyanje nkizo wa minister wa veterans. Ba veteran ba Chitagwenda tebakatunga kamidari no kamba ba veteran bazama mikoro lya ntonde nyonka chairman tinga tunga kadi okunyeta kuzama mikoro nibazakuta yo bata abo iki mukutwebo nebusara bucyo mukutwa mutongera musara emitwaro 5 ya rusya abantu kuruga Chitagwenda kuzibanda kuziyayo okatano mutwaro goma munsawo tide twarwaniri angeri tukabasane bintu byo muru.
Musaijo kumutere mungaro mwebale yebale abalize point ya amani muno omusara okitinsa mama Alice Kaboyo kitekerezeo ekikaguze
amabara ninyawasaba Gerard from Chenjojo District Local Government and in the Regional Coordinator Toro Sub-Region Uganda Local Government Workers Union nimbaliza abakozi aba local government workers inywenu. I don't know whether it is an appeal or a question, but I would feel better if the president was around to talk. Tubaza ikintu kyo msara wetu
abanyakulano, especially the Minister of Local Government, abakozi aba mutwekaho eninga about PDM, nito turu kola muno implementation ya PDM, but we are demoralized by the low salaries. Abantu abo bona baliaho bali kubi muno, nabugamba tusabazinga PDM na pikipiki burubata nebigere. So government, please think about it, especially our line minister. Thank you very much.
Ibara lyange ni Nyomarunga Stella ndi mukurasi akuratira abakozi mu Fort Portal City Council kandi ninyowe NRM Chief Whip wa Fort Portal City Council. Ekikaguzo kyange nikigenda mu Ministry of Works. Ninyetegereza kurungi ngwengude enkuru obaba nibazikora rundi ezitukweta major roads habaho additional reasonable kilometers ezihebwa ekitweke eki. In Fort Portal City haroho rugudo Kasese Fort Portal Road, Bundubujo Fort Portal Road, Kamwenge Fort Portal Road, Chenjojo Fort Portal Roads ezona zikakorwa chionka tukatungaga even an additional kilometer mukitweka cheitu. Nikyokurora some town councils nzitukira as a city. Ninsabe ekintu kino mukirolemu naitwa Fort Portal City mutohe as additional roads as it is supposed to be given to us. I thank you so much.
Okay, abantu bamukamanyira kubamanyiza president amazire kuhika. Nisaba abantu genda kumutangira na vibe pa district. Deka tukole musampo NRM oye. Museveni oye. Okay, please rise up.
Akaruru kamzeyi. Akaruru inywena ninyenda kubahura. Akaruru tindu kubahura. Akaruru.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first seat, because hold on, DJ, hold on, DJ, switch off our song. Ladies and gentlemen, our president is about to arrive, but because he is not yet here, I would like to ask you to first take your seats. When he is approaching there, that's when we shall ask you to stand up. Please do take your seats. Thank you very much. Bwana RDC Kasale Kamba, can you lead your team and sit down? Ask the people around you to sit down. The senior presidential advisor, Mama. Yes. I just want the gentleman who presented on behalf of Works to come and answer the question of Works. When the president arrives, then we are going to leave Honorable Flavia on the microphone to give the president the warm vibe. Please, you do clap your hands and we dance this song with all our heart. Please, Honorable, come and answer quickly because our president is about to arrive. 1 minute, he's right here. Not yet. Answer quickly.
So I'm going to answer a number of questions that have been raised here. Number one is a question from City Councillor Komuntale to do with Kagote Road to the mountain of the Moon University. We are going to assess that road and we will do maintenance work in June. This coming June, we will be able to maintain this road so that we improve its condition. There is a question to do with the merging road fund back to the Ministry of Works, and the districts were depending on road fund. How are we going to manage our community roads? This is from LOC3, Roengaju. Now, like I said, the functions of road fund are now going to be undertaken under the Department of Road Fund Management, and the monies will still be sent to the districts based on the original formula which was being used by the road fund then. And also the 1 billion will continue to be sent to the districts directly for purposes of maintenance of national road network. The other question was to do with the unit cost of roads. I didn't pick the name well, that the projects which are undertaken by the center are undertaken at 100 million per kilometer, but the districts do it at about 10 million per kilometer. Now, the cost depends on the scope of work and the size of the road that you are doing. If you are going to do light grading, then the cost is going to be low, whether it is undertaken by the district or the central government. If you are going to do what we call heavy grading, and even graveling, then the cost will be appropriate. So it really depends on the scope of work that you undertake on this class of road that you're doing the work on. Now, there was a question on town roads. Indeed, it is true, we have done a number of roads that pass through Fort Portal City, and as you may not be aware, I studied at St. Leo's. Even the road that passes near the school was supposed to be part of the town roads. But unfortunately, the works have not been undertaken. We will bring this to the attention of management so that we can have some of these roads undertaken when we have projects within the area here. We have the number of roads that I've picked: Kisisi to Kyanga, Isunga to Rugazo, and then there is Kenjojo, Kagarale to Kamwenge, Kigarale to Kamwenge. I've picked this up. We'll be able to check whether they are part of the NDP4, and if they are captured in NDP4, definitely they will be undertaken. The NDP4 and the manifesto. So we'll be able to do some work on those roads. I think those are the... Now there's a question also about Muzizi Bridge, Chibloka. We had designed this bridge during this period of NDP4, but we did not get resources for undertaking its works. So these projects have all been rolled over to NDP4. If we receive money as Minister of Works during NDP4 period, we should be able to implement that bridge, including the connection to Muhoro. Is it to Muhoro? Including that road link. So it will depend on the envelope that will be available in NDP4 for us to be able to do that work. I think those are the few questions that I picked. Thank you so much.
Honorable Tom, some bikaguze bindi biraha mpapura. Rundi oyete ba ministers abo bikwasize beje babigaruke muga.
Okay, we bali muno kitinisa. Kabahenda Flavia Aboli, gumane member parliament Kyegegwa district. Ninyenda kubamanyisa nti program yaitu nko kwemerire kandi obaraba ro minister nyakwetekanize garuka mu kikaguzo ntusaba ijo begeno kigarukamo akiki tukimanyo bastede ijo garuke mu kikaguzo abelosi wanu bona baliyo betomboita wakasimo abasomesa ba atsi bona betomboita bagamba kasara tikali karungi abandi bampere kikaguzo abantu bagamba emirimo engere bakugigaba mu districts ebasobire ngo abantu batunga promotions batakoze na advertisements mazima ko nikikirizibwa omuntu kutunga omulimo batarangire no kuranga bakagwa applyingira webale muno.
NRM oye, Muzai Museveni oye, Abakabarole oye, Kyegegwa oye. Kani waisana majuahire. Mukusana mujuahire. Nakwe bali kubi. Muhumule. Abari kugonzebwa ekikaguze kibandize ekigenzere mu Minister of Public Service. Abasomesa bona kabakasoma hamu kandi bone myaka kaniyo kani bagure ebintu omukikaro nikyo kimu habwakibo kandi baine sente entaitezi bakutunga nkomusara abari kugonzebwa buli muntu wena kwija kutunga omusara gwe yongireho kyonko iro tukugenda mu phases hati muzeya izire tukugenda mu phases nja kusangwa ningaruka ninkigaruka mu radio zakuno
mwebale muno nimbasaba itwe na to raising up to emero wekitiza president amazire kutahamu
Say Votability, yellow ability, stable stability, sevo.
Votability, yellow ability, stable stability. Mama oye, mama oye. Muzeyi webale kuitana mama. Mama boli tukutangirire mama muzeyi.
Agenda kane tembude yunanda bayo. Kana chebude bebude kuruno mfayo. Sindukanduka kati raga kabudakati ya salawo. Kala yelo basi ya yelo tujiri.
Tukutangirire muzeyi akiki. Kowe kiki. Webale kuleta mama weitu abwoli ogwe mpako nkeyanga abwoli webale kuizana muzeyi weitu akiki ninkutangirira webale kuiza tusemerirwe kurora Uwekitinisa president tusemerirwe muno kurora. You are the best. We can't settle for this. We can only settle for the best. Akasumi kanu Uwekitinisa president nindaliza anthems nuko tugende please.
tuufu akaire n'okarora
katushabe
akiki muzeyi na mama boli mbe nisaba mwikare murubasirira nitwija kusaba bayikalire
katushabe mu izina rya Intelligence Council of Uganda Bishop George Ketu lyasingura omulebezi wa Isirwe Nzoli niwari kwemera okushaboko mukama ntwenda kusima abwe mbabazi na rukundo yawe kusima abwihanga ryaitu na president weitu Yoweri Kaguta Museveni na mama Janet abo kutwebembera no kuretaho obusinge n'enkurakura n'omuyangeri kusima abwe mbabazi na rukundo wezo tugirire amarungi no kureba ngo abantu nibaturaje mu businge n'umukorera hamwe tweshengerana ngo bwiro buturamara hampaha turugambaho ibyo mpinda hinduka n'enkurakurana yihanga ryaitu n'abantu bona ube hamwe neitwe oyembere mukuru w'ihanga aba ministers abaryaha n'abantu bona abesirwa mu bukuru bwabo byone birakorwe byo kutwara ihanga ryaitu meisho twongere tukumanye tukereze nkaruhanga weitu kurabo muri Yesu Kristo kama weitu amina mucisha gwa ruhanga ubushobozi bwona tateitwe no mwana n'umwari kwera guma ihanga ryaitu guma ari president weitu na mama guma bebembezi bona bihangeri guma habebembezi b'amadini gona gutulinde twena tukurakurane nk'ihanga ryaitu gendo mesho hati nibiro byona amina
mwebale muno weitu Bishop habwaisare nungi Your Excellency abantu abayikalire mu tent hanu nuba abantu abaweyesire abebembezi ba region ya Toro kandi mulibo ninja kutandika naba cabinet ministers mbe nisaba inywenda mwemerere moiso bwangu president mumuhubireho aboko bosobora kusanga haro abagumire nibeija murugeyo mumuhubire obu ba sec members ni mwirahi neinywe mumuhubire mukono tuine minister of finance tuine minister of agriculture tuine professor nyakutwegeseze mu sevenomics tuine peace regis mutuzo tuine mugasa tuine rusoke tuine ayegeseze PDM Victoria rusoke kandi tuine omugurusi sozi ito hano mugizansoni tumweta mugurusi ayegeseze nawe ha PDM na habweki ba ministers abal hagati yitu baingi tuine wekitinisa owa hanu homegrown homeboy wekitinisa deputy attorney general kibere kigenderwa cyange umanyirirwe mpora kandi government chief whip right honorable Obua tuine minister Anite umugabi wa sente ayizire hano yatugambira ngo abakazi nibenda sente ayetekanize kutwaka sente wekitinisa ni sabanyete sec members wekitinisa bari yo munsi no borabori minister ni sabo yemere uhubireho umukono mubatereho mungara abarungi timusemerirwe ni saba kutangira ba members ba parliament inywe na balhanu ba members ba parliament aba Kyegegwa itwena tulhano wekitinisa ba members ba parliament aba Kabarole balhanu bombi ba members ba parliament aba Fort Portal City bona balhanu Alex the city man Linda Irene bombi balhanu kuyaho wekitinisa muhanga akusabira umuganyire habokuba she's out of the country on a mission that concerns our government kandi bahereira hamna bigaba Kasbat nuru bya mukama Dorothy nzibonera bona balhanu wekitinisa kunihira Agnes ali MP wa workers kandi niwe chairperson wa gender tuine Rwakajara nawe MP wa workers wekitinisa saba Nsabimana Paul alhanu wekitinisa Tom Bright Amoti ndahanu ninkora nabo bwa MC weitu kandi nisaba mungambiro bharariyo owunsigire owekitinisa bunyangabu kamukama Davis Peace Regis ondi araha barungi nubaba abantu kamukama na Regis mutuzo kunu banyita mwemere president abarole mukama yebale mwebale kwiza abanyu balhanu ekishika kibali kubi munganyire abandi abaninye bwa kaire ka muzeyi kateito ni mukirora kyonka ntukonza kusima owekitinisa president abo kwiza hano weitu ningonza kukoleka owekitinisa prime minister wa Toro kingdom owekitinisa alhanu Prime Minister hamwe ba Prime Minister bagenzi bo wekitinisa kwemara ngabu ningiro hanu wekitinisa Silva byaruhanga timanyire tibaymerera abo bukam ni ngonza wekitinisa omutayizibwa ni tangira Secretary General wa NRM Alhan Todwong empako bamurukira boki obuyeija hanu obu kandi ni tangira Wanyoto Lydia member wa SEC toyemerirege Museveni na asemerera kumanya ngo hanu ni ndoro wekitinisa Tom Butime atenywe bale kwiza ni ndora na Don Katalihwa ahikira hanu mwebale kwiza ni manya president na ruga chenjozo muhikire kwiza kaire kanu na kunihira Faith Philo bona balhanu weitu president ba ministers imbagambire bona mbasomere na habweki tuta ba chairpersons ba LC5 mbeni mbasabe inywena mwemere habo kubinywena musanju muroho ba district councillors weitu mwe entale roho wekitinisa kisoka roho o wekitinisa chairman akarungi kabona kakamwenge karoho hanu chairman ningiro wakitagwenda asobora kutabaho kuba nakwetekaniriza weitu chairperson Rwabuhinga president wa Uganda Local Governments Association al hanu abakuru bawe omwekitinisa Misaki Kawamara hamwe na James byamukama balhanu nibo bakomere entale ya bunyangabu ngine yemerire ya bunyangabu eroho chairman wa C5 bakao balhanu weitu president ba technical people heads of department balhanu kandi twine nengabwa za madini ba religious leaders bona balhanu mwimuke hamu murage mwimuke omukono mugaruke mwikare nintekereza abo no balhanu your excellency nibo bebembezi wagambire no yetaga kutangatangana your excellency ba meya tubabalire mu district local governments ba meya zinywena mbe mwine kuimuka na Fort Portal City mayor alinkaha meya raha yimuka bwangu na ba meya bawe ba wards mwebale kwiza nyona malira no kutangira owekitinisa president owekitinisa Victoria aizira hanu na abantu babiri kandi banywani bawe omukayikuru Nyakairu Faith is a widow of your own pilot Nyakairu. She lost her husband in a plane crash aizire nukwakorole kandi harono mugurusi basaliza Muzei kijana, he's 100 years old, he's a centurion. Nawe izire tarutumire mwana alhanu na gonza babazene iwe nuko basobole kwetegerezangana neiwe hamulingo cyo barasobora kutunga okurorererwa kwabu. Your excellency, isomero line lya Humura Secondary School limazire myaka 80 in existence, lina abana rukaga no kusoba muri aba abayisiki nibo bayingi abayisiki bali 13 na bana kyonka oburaro bwabu Church of Uganda beire butandikireho yalemererwa nitukusaba malire dormitory yabana hostel yabana bo bwisiki weitu ntwesengerezo twatireho haliyeki na hansonga ya skilling your excellency niyo ni malira nayo abana abayisiki abatwekerwa mu district 10 bakaba bayingi muno nangwa naboja abatwekera abayisiki bakairuka maka bala streets twentukusaba Muzizi Science Based Technical School emalirizibwa abana baitu bagende kusoma wekomire technical school ntukusaba ebe token over nuko tusobole neito kusomeseza hii kijwiga hara na mihendo y'abana ya kijwige rukutwara abana 50 your excellency tibakutumara nitusaba otuheke yitu neito tusobole kutendekera hano webale muno your excellency ebyamataka biri mu memorandum kyonka twina ba landlords abari kugonza kwaye byapa byabu basobole kuleka abantu baikalemu twine ba absentee landlords tukakugambira omukazi wa UK arukubona bonesa abantu bayizina nitukusaba your excellency utkonyero kitemu bwangu abantu babyame kandi basobole kukola emirimo yabo yenkolakurana webale kwiza kiki webale kwiza na mama webale kwiza tusemerirwe kurora aboli webale kutugonza mukama batulindire you are the best we can't settle for any less we shall settle for you you are the best.
Ocho muno wekitinisa Kabenda Flavia nanyo munyikirize nsobole kutangira wekitinisa president waitu kwijja hanu mu Kyaka Central mu Kyegegwa district na mama ntubatusemereriwe muno baitu munyikirize ntangira abantu inywena mu district zanyu mwoleke vibe etwikiranize NRM oye Museveni oye Mama Janet oye Bunyangabu oye obundaba ningamba district no yemera ni mwemera Bunyangabu district oye Kitakwenda oye Kyegegwa oye Kamwenge oye! Chenjojo oye! Kamwenge oye! Fort Portal City oye! Munyikirize. Kabarole district oye! Mwebale muna barungi, mwebale kwija, kandi mwebale kwija kutangira okitinisa muno president waitu owihanga kandi akurwanisa oburwaire bwenaku obunaku kuranga buli muntu yaba mugaiga nuko sobole kubinga obunaku makagaitu na tuhereza akasenta karungi habo muntu wabulikiro aka PDM hako kuranga omuntu yasoborata kuleka kore kidachonka leka akasente tukakozese kurungi tubinga obunaku tusobole genda middle income status nuko Uganda gene maiso nenkurakurana waitu oikirize tukusime habo atuwe yokozire mu region yona na muno saa zino linaitwe Toro ito tusemerirwe muno nkabebembezi ba Toro kandi tukozire kurungi muno wait president watuletera mama webale kwija kuba naitwe mama webale akaruru ka mama webale kubada muzeyi haihi mazima ko boko mulahi na unahuragumire webale mama kumwikaraga harubaju ndukusima mama itwe kunu Kyegegwa district ngoko kuturora abana baitu batembe birolo babani bagenda mutuwazi ebindi bigwana ha muhanda titugira na basi yona mama tugire mbabazi otungira akabasi kamokonga kati abo isomero lya humura likole mu district yona ya Kyegegwa turagirina nkabebembezi abo kwa tukugonza mama kandi kusima mama webale muno enaremoye onyikirize mama nyewe nsime Church of Uganda Bishop wa Church of Uganda Okitinsa Kisembo Lauben akatuhereza iki 10 zitaka kuombeka secondary schools nuko sole kuyamba abantu kumanya bike bigenda maiso abo ko muntu atasomera asigale nyuma mama Church of Uganda twasima mwebale kutuhaika 5 zitaka kichumu iki 5 zitaka kasenene kuombeka amasomero ga government runda kutoraita seed school mubwire bo maiso ndukusima mama abo kuba chache twatire kutoha mataka oikirize mama nsime omaiso gawe Catholic Church Bishop waitu akiki muhirwa na wakati wiki 5 zitaka omucyaro kya Kibira haitaka ya Catholic Church kuombeka isomero ya secondary mama ne barwa mu office zao zikahikaira ni kusima mama kandi nyina kunihira ngubyona bijakorwa munkize abantu bamukamo butatwara buire munyikirize nsobole kuhanding over protocol egende ha National Organizing Committee mwebale muno kumpuliriza nasigala Tom Brighter Moti area member of parliament ya Central omukozi webikoro ebirungi baitu hagato mulitwe cha personnel C1 naja kubana imukibwa National Organizing Committee ebembiro kitinisa Evelyn Aniti Princess.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, our First Lady, Mama Janet Museveni, the Vice Chairperson of NRM Western Uganda, the Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement, all the ministers present, all the members of parliament, religious leaders, the people of Toro. I salute all of you. Museveni Wai! I would like to ask all of us to put our hands together and give a warm and thunderous welcome to the President of the Republic of Uganda and our dear mother, Mama Janet Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Let's clap. Now, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, we want to congratulate you upon covering the whole country. This is not the first time that you're moving in the whole country to wake your people to get out of poverty. I want to ask the people of Toro to clap for you more especially for this Kisanja. You have so far traversed 17 sub-regions. Omugalo Zamani. My people of Toro, our president is traversing the country under the theme, securing your future through wealth creation for shared prosperity. It is going to be your choice under the leadership of the president to remain poor, because he is the master and he has showed the seed of wealth that our people must get out of poverty. So the choice is yours. And what is our choice as the leaders of Toro? Poverty or wealth? Poverty or wealth? Mr. President, you've heard for yourself and our First Lady that the people of Toro have chosen wealth. Your Excellency, we do not want to take a lot of your time because this meeting is your meeting, and therefore would like to hear from you. But before we hear from you, Your Excellency, would like to beg for your indulgence that you hear the voice of the people of Toro through the memorandum that is going to be presented by the Deputy Attorney General. Mr. President, is that an okay? Thank you, Mzee, thank you. Your Excellency, we will have the Chairman LC1, we will have the Secretary General, and we will have the Vice Chairman for Western Uganda do the endorsement after you have addressed your people. We have them on program. You've given us the go-ahead, and I like to beg of them that after the memo, the Vice Chairman of Western Uganda invites the President, and the rest of the functions shall be played after the President has spoken. It is his meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to introduce to the President what has happened, what the people of Toro have done before he arrived with Mama. We had a presentation from Ministry of Local Government, Madam Minister Victoria Rusoke, and the PDM National Chairman, or National Coordinator, Galabuzi Sozi, who did a wonderful presentation on Paris development model. Please stand up and they clap for you. Your Excellency, we had a presentation on the road infrastructure. We had Ministry of Works, and Engineer Wani made a presentation. Engineer Wani, you can wave to the people. Mr. President, we also had a presentation on the growth of our economy. Honorable Mzee Kasaija made a presentation. Mzee Kasaija, you can wave to the President and we clap for you. Mr. President, we also had a presentation on Musevenomics, the economics of the President, of getting Ugandans out of poverty and growing our economy by tenfold, and that was done by Professor Ephraim Kamuntu. Ephraim Kamuntu, would you like to stand up? Please, let's clap for him. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister Peace Mutuzo presented on mindset change. I want to ask her to stand up and wave to the people. Your Excellency, we also had a presentation on microfinance, and that was specifically on Myoga. Your Excellency, for those I have not introduced, please bear with me because I need to give time for the President to speak. At this point in time, I want to ask the Deputy Attorney General to come and read the memo, and let's listen to the views and the voice of the people of Toro sub-region. After. Don't worry, my people, the LC1 chairman will speak after we have had the address of the President. It is on program.
People, this is President's program. He's the one who decides the agenda. Don't argue.
Let me ask the President. Your Excellency, I am under pressure to get the LC1 first. So may I have the LC1 say something briefly?
White President wa Uganda, His Excellency, Your Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, ningonza kutwara omugisagano n'okutangira nyowe kyaligonza Augustine Chairperson Balwera LC1 hano mbere tuli. Nimbanza kukusiima habo kwija kutubungira yitwa abantu yitwe nabesoizo mu kyaro kinu, kandi ninkutangira otyo muno kuijo kulike enkonge na mabale. Ninyongera kutangira kusendekerize n'abantu ababaire hano abaizire hano kurwa mbika bitali bimu namye bamaniyire mwe bale kuija. Owekitinisa muno President, ningonza nkusime habwe emirimo yihango rukora, kandi nyongere nkusime habo kutulinda n'okutuhabura omubwire bwakazigizi gyakabayireho aka COVID-19. Okatuberako omuzaire omurungi, kandi abantu baitu abafuire mukama abahikyumire ky'obusinge. kandi harubagirwa abantu bange ninsaba hano nambe tuli isomero linu otekerezeho hakigambo kyentambura habokwa mu Kyegegwa district busaho isomero nali muri nyakwine entambura kakoto habas nesobora kukonyera amasomero ga Kyakagona kyazi Kyegegwa district ninyongera kukusima habo kuteretera obusinge enkurakurana hamwe ntahya omwihanga lyaitu hata nuwaitu omwebembezi wekitweka ninsaba nkoleka ebizibu hano ebitwine haisomero basanga babikugambire obwire obwisomero nulimazire nahabweki nitwetaaga kakuba kibakisoboke tutunge hall na bus ebi nibimara. White President ninkumanyisa nguboka banotandika kwembira ihanga linu nkatandika naiwe kandi nahati nkyali naiwe kandi n'abantu bange nibakugonza muno nyowe chairman wa Rwera ninsaba okuhebwa entambura habo nuko nsobole kurobera emirimo yange habo kuba ninkora muno orkurato runu dutandikirege baitu hati narukinguraho umubutongole ninkugondeza kugaruka yo kurungi mukama akulinde kandi nasigara ndicyari Gonza Augustine mukuru wentebenu ebi nabigamba habo iruhanga ni ihanga lyange. Museveni oye! Museveni oye!
NRM oye! NRM oye! President Museveni oye! Mama Janet oye! Mugurusu wange waruhanga yatuhaire nkomwembezi waitu itwe nk'abantu ba Uganda omukaikuru waitu wakulinda omugurusu waitu nimbatangira mwebale kuja Kyegegwa mpairwa obujunanizibwa bw'okusoma memorandum rundi kuhereza iraka rundi kusaba kwa abantu abarukwikara mu Toro sub-region naba ninsaba onyikirize mugurusu wange mpinduleho kake habwokuba abebembezi bagenzi baitu aba local government babaire nibetomboita ngo basigirwe muno enyuma mulibo bakoma mu omu kubebembera owabaire ali chairman wa Ulga ngo niwe ahebwa omugisa gw'okusoma memorandum nahabwekyo tata mugurusu wange onyikirize ningenda kusaba Rwabuhinga Charles aba Richard member president wa Ulga kandi chairperson LC5 wa Kabarole aije asome memorandum wenu ntakaji mukwasize ebyetagwa byaitu byona habiri halimu nebyo ebya Kyegegwa bagenzi bange ebimwe babalizeho amaizi engudo amataka amarwaro nebindi chairman Rwabuhinga Darek handiko
Owekitinisa President wa Uganda General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni na Mama Janet Kataha Museveni abebitinisa ba ministers abalhanu SEC members of NRM Secretary General wekitebe kireme kya NRM Government Chief Whip Anyakulhanu, our Cabinet Ministers and Ministers of State, Senior Presidential Advisors, Members of Parliament, resident city and district commissioners together with their deputies, colleagues, district chairpersons, NRM leaders, security officials, chief administrative officers and your staff, local government councillors and other leaders of the lower local governments, religious leaders, Toro Kingdom officials, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Our Excellency President, today marks another historic event in the history of Toro sub-region, where you have deemed it fit for regional leaders to come together and appreciate development initiatives, potentials, and opportunities in this area. White President, sub-region yenwe ya Toro, netwara districts Musanju, Kabarole, Fort Portal Tourism City, Kyenjojo, Kyegegwa, Kitagwenda, Kamwenge, Kandi na Bunyangabu district. Nitukutangira White President kuicha hanu kiro kinu kandi tusimo bwebembezi bwawo bunyakwino kuolekwa visionary leadership and NRM's consolidated achievements in the span of time, and more especially during the implementation of 2021-2026 NRM manifesto. You have stood all the storms to uphold revolutionary ideas, especially through the current NRM manifesto, in strategic areas of focus like creating jobs and wealth, delivering education for all and health, ensuring justice and equity, protecting life and property, and achieving economic and political integration. Your Excellency, for this region, you have done tremendous effort to splash out border conflict through Operation Suja. Across border security threats have been wiped out. Our people are now enjoying relative peace, and this has boosted trade within and without the region. Our Excellency President, mwibara lya bebembezi abalhanu tuenda kusima mulingo gwembaganisa habwo bwebembezi bwawo bwogumisiriza kandi kiramuno nitukusimira binu okubanza the presidential initiative through cabinet and parliament to roll out parish development model, which is indeed a milestone to prosperity for all and has already exhibited positive results on socio-economic transformation. It is our conviction that once it is fully implemented, it will increase household incomes and contribute to national gross domestic product. Excellency President, ntukusima hagokoma abantu baitu abana ba hano Toro ukabahereza emirimo mbikare bikurwe bya government. Omulibo harumo Excellency Kano retired Tom Butime, Minister wa Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, Honorable Frank Tumwebaze Kagigi, Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Honorable Jackson Kafuzi, Deputy Attorney General, Honorable Victoria Businger Soke, State Minister for Local Government, Honorable Peace Regis Mutuzo Doctor, State Minister for Gender, Labor and Social Development, Honorable Margaret Muhanga Mugisa, State Minister for Primary Health Care, Presidential Advisors, Mr. Mishach Kawamara and Mrs. Christine Tubakunirwa Muhindo, and now James Byamukama, who joins the bench very, very lately, Clerk to Parliament, Honorable Adolf Kasaija Mwesige, Permanent Secretaries, Commissioners, Resident District Commissioners, Chief Administrative Officers, and other high-ranking government officials. White President, your pronouncement on salary enhancement for both political leaders and the technocrats is much appreciated, as this will have far-reaching impact on effective service delivery. Your Excellency, granting the city status to Fort Portal as a tourism city of Uganda, we have all the hope that this will become a one-stop center for both national and international tourism in this country. We shall harness the already available potentials to make Fort Portal an ultimate tourism destination in Eastern and Central Africa. Mr. President, ntukusiima kwa kutuhereza Mountains of the Moon University, the first ever public university omukikaro kino. Kikonyira abana baitu President okurubata engende zirayihire kugenda kuserra amasomo agakuyungura ha secondary education, kandi ninkimanya haroho ebindi ebwaraganize bitakahikire nibija kwija baitu kaira abana baitu okusoma okwo mutindo, kaira abana baitu emirimo kiri mukeze entasha hanu Toro na Fort Portal kandi nihanga kutwara hamu. Mountains of the Moon University yonka White President nogereza bilioni 5 buli mwaka kandi yezo nzija muloke economy ya hanu Toro. Mr. President, nkabebembezi ba region yenu obutweyikalire tukakomamu nabebembezi baitu bona n'abantu baitu ensonga ezitukutekereza ndizetagisa kuleta maiso gawe kandi ozitereho obulyo bwa bwango White President kurarazagarukwamu habwokuba kuli kwegomba kwa abantu baitu. Okubanza niko kudabiriza orugudo orwa Kampala Mityana Mubende Fort Portal. White President, your good Orun is the main commercial route that connects Uganda and Democratic Republic of Congo. Businesses have been highly affected by the dilapidated sections along the road. Number 2 is tamaking of approximately 92.8 Fort Portal Kijora Kabende Kyarusozi Rugombe Kienjojo roads. White President, kunu kabakweraga kwawe mwaka 2013 haralis Kyarusozi nobutwa kubungiro makagawe kya rwakitora stonaki mu March 2013 baraganiza ngo urugudo runurukorwe rutwira akasumika ingurubayire mu NDP3 batumanyisizo otakayizire ngule mu NDP4 baitone tusaba rutandike bwangu. Tamaking of Kazo Mpara Kyegegwa Hapuyo tukaruguza as a presidential pledge to make it a liberation road, and it was your pledge, Your Excellency, after the liberation war in 1986. Tamaking of Kienjojo Kyakatwiri Bunoga Kahunge Road in Kienjojo and Kamwenge districts nakunu kabakweraga kwao. Tamaking of Kasisi Kasenda Changa Road as a tourism road neteraniza Kabarole na Bunyangabu. Tamaking of Ibanda Kabuchogera Rwenjaza Mashioro Kyambora roads which connect 3 districts of Kitagwenda, Ibanda and Rubirizi. Tamaking of Saka Kabundaira Mountains of the Moon University Road. This road connects city central business areas with Mountains of the Moon University, Muhoti Barracks, which is the headquarters of Mountain Division, Katojo Prison, and Saka Airstrip. Your Excellency, yesterday, when you met His Majesty the King of Toro, you did pronounce yourself on the upgrading of Saka Airstrip, and I think this one is part of the road we are talking about. It also connects Fort Portal City and Kabarole District along the same section. Tamaking of Kakabara, Bufunzo, Katoke roads in Kienjojo District. Tamaking of Security Road on the foot slopes of Mountain Rwenzori, connecting Kihondo, Kazingo, up to Rwagimba, through Kinyankende, which is your former NRA camp. And we think, Your Excellency, this is within your calling. Then there is tamaking of Dura, Rwimi Road, upgrading of Kamwenge, Dura Kasese, and Kamwenge, Buhambiro Bisozi, Kiyagara, Kienjojo Road, to a tarmac road. And then we are talking about Kasisi, Kyanga Road. I have already mentioned that. Your Excellency, during the 2018 initiative, you did promise to revamp this area with agri-led initiatives in the region, as championed by General Salim Saleh, in which you launched on 31st January 2020. But this project was rather abandoned. This is critical for socio-economic transformation of the region. We do appeal that we revisit agri-led initiatives and have them implemented. Construction of a regional industrial park to improve industrialization and value addition as well as job creation in the Toro sub-region. This is part of the agri-led program that was launched by Your Excellency in 2020. We are talking about construction of a standard regional multipurpose stadium in Fort Portal, and this is Buhinga Stadium. Your Excellency, the master plan was done. The Minister of Education did commission a team to survey and make a master plan. All these are concluded. In 2018, Your Excellency, you did pledge that you are going to take up Buhinga and Kyegegwa Stadium. Kyegegwa Stadium work is progressing reasonably. Along the way, Hoima Stadium came in. We appreciate that as well. But we are requesting for the fast tracking of implementation and construction of Buhinga as a regional stadium for the Toro region. Your Excellency, we are talking about creation of another constituency in all districts with one constituency for better service delivery. We are calling for a fulfillment of 2011 manifesto project of safe water projects worth 150 billion for Kyenjojo and Kyegegwa districts, stretching from Batarika, Bufunjo, Kakabara, Kyegegwa up to Karwenyu, and ending at Kazo. We remind you to expedite a regional meeting with the tea growers and tea owners to address the challenge of declining tea prices in Uganda. Your Excellency, where we appreciate the rollout of rural electrification, we know that there are some sub-counties in this region which have not had a single electric pole. We do remind you, sir, that you direct the electrification of sub-counties without any electricity connection across the region. Each district has provided areas without electricity connection. We request that grid extension program caters for these remaining areas. We request you, sir, to reinstate and upgrade former UNRWA facility in Fort Portal Tourism City to a regional mechanical workshop to service vehicles, machines, and other equipments in this region. We request you, sir, to capitalize and tool the skilled persons who have graduated from presidential skilling hubs to enable them to be self-employed, but also be able to employ others, thus fulfilling the original purpose of your program. Waitu President Kijwiga na mbere waruga na Nyamangu haruho abana bengi buli myezi mukaga ntubasindikayo basomere bamaliriza baitu barukumaliriza emisomo yabo. Waitu President mbagaruka maka ne bayikara nitusaba ngo abana bantu bahebwe bukwato nuko baragenda maka batandike kubikozesa, bakole workshops, bakole saloons, uko nabo basobole kwereza emirimo aba youth abandi ensinganto kandi ekintu kiza kwereza ensinganto muhimbo waitu President. We are requesting you to rehabilitate, equip and post specialists Fort Portal Regional Referral Hospital to match the national standards. In addition, we request for a maternal and pediatric center which are completely lacking at Fort Portal Regional Referral Hospital. Mama, we request you to consider sub-counties without secondary schools and the parishes without primary schools to have them in the government program. As your gift is phasing out, we could request for another program that can settle this problem. Your Excellency, Lake Bududa, in this region, we have a challenge of Mountain Rwenzori, where we get a lot of mudslides and mass wasting. We request you, sir, to resettle people from these disaster-prone areas along mountain ranges of the Rwenzori to other safer areas. We appreciate, Your Excellency, your directive to compensate the families that lost lives during the 1998 ADF attack at UTC Kichwamba. We welcome that directive and receive it with both hands. However, Your Excellency, we report to you that whereas we did lose over 94 students in that inferno, they are the survivors, those that escaped the fires, others were abducted to the bush, spent there a number of years, others escaped back with guns which they surrendered to the UPDF, but these children have not been taken care of in any program. We request you, sir, that as we compensate those that lost lives, we do give some reasonable stipend to those that are surviving and who continue to support and give support to the NRM government, Your Excellency. Finally, Your Excellency, as Kabarole, we have Rotate Health Center 4 that requires upgrade to a district hospital. And all these districts you see are having Health Center 4 without district hospitals apart from Kyegegwa. So we request you, sir, that these districts with Health Center 4s, you direct that they are upgraded to district hospitals, starting with Rotate, where we come from. Mountains of the Moon University, Your Excellency, has 3 requests. The inadequate infrastructure, where we appreciate the upgrade of your community university to a public university. They are lacking adequate infrastructure. You did pledge to give them 15.9 billion in phase 1 and 53.4 billion in phase 2 to do the construction and fittings and furniture. We do remind you, sir, and now that Mama is here as the Minister of Education, that you take interest in these pledges and have them fulfilled. The access road I have talked about, but also there is a presidential pledge, Your Excellency, during the Investment Expo at Mountains of the Moon University of 2020 that was hosted. As part of the Expo, Your Excellency, you commissioned the construction of the Faculty of Science, Technology and Innovation, building, and made a pledge of 20 billion towards the construction of the Faculty of Science and Technology and Innovation building. This pledge remains. But also, Your Excellency, there are the exhibitors during that 2020 Investment Expo. You did pledge to support each exhibitor by 10 million, and this pledge has never come to fruition. People have mixed feelings about where the money went, whether it was released or not. Your Excellency, I invite you to take note of these exhibitors of the Investment Expo. On the district-specific issues, Your Excellency, Fort Portal Tourism City, request for the provision of full package of road equipment for the city. Currently, they are sharing the road equipment with the Kabarole district. Sometimes it inconveniences them. Provision of garbage waste management plant estimated at 350 million to deal with sanitation and hygiene within the city. Construction of the Eastern Bypass Road, that is Kachwamba, Virika, Kitumba, to reduce traffic within the city center. And completion of the city council chambers. We appreciate the IPF of 300 million, but it remains inadequate to make us complete that complex. Kabarole District talks about completion of Kabarole District headquarters, which is now at roofing level, ready to receive the roof. If not assisted, Your Excellency, we shall lose all the value of the money we have invested. Elevation of Rotate Health Center, I have talked about this. Intervention in the land conflict in pending court cases by Tamuteko Tea Estate in Kijura Town Council. Bailing out Umpanga Farmers Tea Factory, which is facing liquidation challenges and has been advertised by auctioneers. Kyegegwa District, Your Excellency, talks about construction of Kabombo Bridge that connects Mabera and Batarika. Elevation of Kyegegwa Town Council to a municipal status. Paying off staff, paying off people settled on Kyegegwa Hospital land. Construction of Kyegegwa Central Market. Expediting a regional meeting with the tea growers. I have already mentioned this. Kyegegwa, our host, talks about fulfilling of the NRM 2011 manifesto pledge of safe water project worth 150 billion from Kyegegwa to Kyegegwa district, stretching from Batarika Funjo, Kakabara Kyegegwa. I have already mentioned this. The presidential pledge of 50 million to local council leaders circle, which is your recent pledge, Your Excellency, during your last visit to this district. The local council members are requesting you to have this fulfilled. Completion of Muzizi Technical Institute, which is a presidential pledge. The Honorable Member of Parliament has talked about it since 1986. Elevation of Kyegegwa Town Council to a municipal status as well. Bunyangabu districts, they are talking about elevation of Kibito Health Center 4 to a district hospital. extension of piped water to mountainous areas of Bukara, Kabonero, Kyegegwa, Greater Buhesa and Kiyombia, compensation of willing Milo land owners in Buhesi, Bufunzo, Kitonzi, Kabonero and Nyachigumba, a complete set of district road unit, value addition to banana production, and fulfilling the presidential pledge of 4 billion shillings on the road maintenance and bridge construction. This was pledged on Women's Day celebration in 2018 in Ruim sub-county. 1 billion shillings for completion of district headquarters as a presidential pledge. An ambulance for Kyegegwa and Kibat Health Center 3 as a presidential pledge. Then 100 million shillings for Yeria Catholic Parish to complete the Platinum House. Your Excellency, this is a presidential pledge. Kitagwenda District Local Governments reminds you on the completion of the district administration block, upgrading entire health center 4 to a district hospital, upgrading of health center 3 to health center 2 to health center 3, like Bukurungu Health Center 2, Uhanda Health Center 2, the Mpanga Bridge, which was pledged by His Excellency the President in 2010 when he was commissioning the Mpanga Hydro Dam Presidential Pledge. Iron sheets for LDUs that killed Rebo Matovu, the Presidential Pledge. Finally, Your Excellency, Kamwenge District Local Government reminds you on the elevation of Kamwenge Town Council to a municipal status, construction of Ruamanja Industrial Park, elevation of Kamwenge Health Center 4 to a district hospital, construction of Agricultural Institute at Biabasambu District Agricultural Land, and final construction of Kamwenge Technical School. Your Excellency, as I conclude our presentation, I beg you allow me read out our resolution. We have been meeting for a number of months. We have thought about this resolution, and allow me now present it, and I will invite you as audience to receive it and accept it. That at this sitting of regional leaders of Toro, held today the 17th day of May, year of our Lord 2025, here at Kyegegwa, we hereby unanimously resolve that Your Excellency, General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Tebuhabura Museveni, as the national chairman of the NRM party, be our sole NRM presidential candidate for the year 2026-2031 presidential term of office. I invite you to stand up, and we support this resolution as members of the NRM and leaders from the Toro region. NRM oye! Museveni oye! Mama Janet oye! Muse has stood up and accepted. I thank you, Your Excellency. Long live Your Excellency. Long live NRM, for God and my country. God bless you.
Let us put our hands together for the voice of the people of Toro and the message from Toro. Thank you very much. Please clap for your leader. Your Excellency, we will now do that after the President's speech. Allow me to invite Honorable Chris Bariomuzi to invite the President to address his people.
Your Excellency, President wetu wa Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, na Mama Janet Museveni, First Lady kandi Minister of Education and Sports, nitubachira kanshabe abantu ba Toro tero mungaro turukwachira President Yoweri Museveni na Mama Janet Museveni omuli Toro. Abwo bwire, I observe the protocol, abebembezi mwena abaryaha. Your Excellency, ninyenda okwongera ogundo murundi okwachira omuchanga ekya Toro omukasheshe nakwakirira kyenjojo kandi ninyongera kwakira nka vice chairman wawe w'ekibiina ekya NRM. Ntaka kwimukize your excellency jasonyikirize nyanjureho bamemba abarukushitama aha rukiiko rukuru rw'ekibiina kya NRM ogwa Central Executive Committee abaryaha kandi memba wa SEC wokubanza ni General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni chairman wa NRM mumwakire. Kandi twine na Secretary General Right Honorable Richard Todrong omuhandiki mukuru w'ekibiina mumwakire. Twine weshitinisa Tom Butime najwekera ba historicals rukiiko ogwa NRM SEC nawe tumwakire. Honorable Dennis Oboa Government Chief Whip kandi Minister nawe nashitama rukiiko ru kandi hamwe n'omukyala Lydia Wanyoto Mutende ni wari kujwekera abakyala ba NRM aha rukiiko kandi nanye nishitamaho nka Vice Chairman abwa Western Region enu yeiturimu kandi Toro. Your Excellency nyenda kushaba ba chairpersons ba NRM aba districts baturende benda ngo bakurebe mwemerere muhobera ali president district NRM chairpersons Honorable Franka wa Kamwenje na districts ezindi you wave. Kandi Your Excellency okwezo kuhweire tukafegwa chairman wetu wa NRM abwa district ya Kabarore omwami John Kusemeregwa Aboki. Nitwenda kusima Your Excellency because you supported the family to meet the medical expenses. Nienda kusima. With your permission, I wanted to request the audience that we rise for a minute of silence in honor of our chairman for Kabarole, who was buried on Easter Saturday. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Your Excellency, abantu ba Toro nibakunda kora amare kugamba eki chairman wetu ya gamba ntujya kushitoba bahandike take ona sign Secretary General yashwa babuze kibuzo kugira ngo agire record ngo abantu ba Toro mwasharamu ngo President Yoweri Museveni agumize muka president wetu kora amare kugamba ntujya kushitoba bahandike kize aha record. Nebyo Your Excellency, I take the opportunity to invite you. The members here are waiting for your message, and once again, welcome to Toro region. Museveni oye! NRM oye! Wewe munonga.
Kale Vice Chairman wa NRM Western Region, Secretary General w'ekibiina, ba ministers, abakorasi ba parliament. I will speak in our local language here, then I will summarize in English for our people who don't understand the local language. The abakorasi ba parliament, abembeza abantu bona kukumwizira hano aba ebyobulemi hamu n'aba madini n'aba abuhangwa. Hati okukora emirimu nukusoboka kandi NRM ekozire emirimu mingi okuruga myaka y'enkaaga baitu ekitwagonze ngu mumanye nikigambo kyo omunyankwena kyeto okushoronzya ebiteekateeko okuhikanisa ebiteekateeko. What I'm saying is that the NRM has done a lot of things since the 1960s, and things are doable. However, the problem we always see is the harmonization of thinking. Okushoronzya n'okukuratanisa ebintu ni kikuru munonga. Prioritization and serialization. when you don't do that, you can make a lot of mistakes. Koko takozile kino sobora kukora ensori. Nabo cyo kunkwijja hano mu rukiko rwa Bembezi, iki kigambo cyange ekikuru muno. Ekyo kubanza ekikuru muno mu ihanga n'obusinge. Itu NRM obusinge tutatubwemereza amaguru abiri. Oguru kumu ni politics zobumu. Abantu bange babishaka baine dini yao n'bayita dini yobumu. Ataho nicho aba NRM twayangire okusosora mu mahanga, okusosora mu madini nogaya abakazi. Ibi byona tukabyangira kimu. Ntubinuga okunuga omurutoro okunuga n'abakweta ki nuko okunuga kurumu. Okunuga is not easy to translate in English. It's not easy to translate in English. Okunuga English, it's not despising, it is regarding as unclean. Unclean. Ntubinuga. Ataho okugaita abantu n'okuguru kumu ku busingi. Oguru kwa kabiri amahe gamani. Konka amahe gamani garuga omkuba n'abantu abegesire. Abo amahe garuga mbantu mu nganda, mu madini. Bitko bahikomahe bafoko mu ntomo. Bafoka abamahe ga Uganda. National Resistance Army. Army of Resistance of the whole of Uganda. UPDF. So, because habwekyo betarone ekindi okumanya kukuratanisa ensonga mbyamahe iyo nkabandi bundu buryo ikikano bakita kanyamirima nuho nyunyi yange yasitamire akaharo barracks yao ka barracks ibokweta barracks bit barracks eyo erimo amaju gebinyasi basirikare barara amaju gebinyasi nahati kanyamirima beto omunju yekinyasi na kuteri isoso nofu yukora bategereze uwo mugorofa kubano yakwita ufuirira wekinyasa kwisiri habo kuba tukarora ngo tukigazaho nicyo kikuremesa usange ensinka ensi za Africa baina amahaga United Nations amahaga gabanyamahanga gezire kurinda abantu bensi yitu imu murabaruzure hano mu Uganda bezire kuturinda tikusoboka echi tukaiso kandi tukatandika stene sente kugenda warora ha budget hata budget yitu yiyongeremo Britain injuke nyuma ukawasanga Uganda ya mahia ina budget ya $500 million. Ukirora budget zindi sente nyingi muno abokana batandika na amaju emotoka ukuriye heru esente zwero mwebyo itwe tutunga sente tutandika na amaino go kuruma nkutubanduza ukuruma umuntu tuteka ebyokulya by'abaserikale ebyokulya omuntu kulya muhogo n'akahunga tukulya spaghetti ey'abajungu nibirendamuka biti tutekaho emibazi na uniform ebintu batubandizaho akasara katoito emyaka eno yahehe nibo tutandikire kongeramo akasara k'abaserikale so enkora ejo uko omutwe guri efumo ryo mugimanya uko omutwe guri eshonjo nikwitegwa. The shape of the head gives you the hairstyle. Kurkuba une kitu kikoto hairstyle naye nehondere ekito kyawe. Abanyankore b'endijo fumu eri kugira ngo enkoko egireta enkoko eshondaka akerambire. The hen pecks what it can swallow. Murarozire enkoko nemire embeba iwe mukagiroraho. Enkoko nemira ekishorobwa nimumanya ibi byomumasa. Enkoko nekimira nemira akakoko tekumira embeba. So eyi nambemu inyi wabembezi mwino ibintu ebi kubikwata kurungi habako nibatarabaniza kandi nibaletera ebizibu mukwebembera abantu abakana mugenda mureta ibintu ebyakwizira hanyuma mba nibyo mwayebembeza atukutukurga habusinge nkato butwine mu Uganda amahega amani kugenda hona Kongo nkahi aho naho akantu akazibu tukamaraho habokuba byone bikwetagisa tubine bikwetagisa ukito munyanzugwa tubine amajuge ebinyasi bitu munyanzugwa nafu tuikara omajuga gorofa umnyanzugwa tureme imuru mutese cyaho abembezi ba Toro omwaka nsanju nagumu amina ya watere ka government ka obote kale karahano amahiga kagari amaheka nana agobote kakatasobora kumansi hanyuma amini hijamu general field marshal byamaheta bimanyire bita ajwere uniform amahiga amina aitozere kumterera nsanju na mwenda kakagari mtware 2 ito toje na mahe mtware 5 nenkumina ikiseye cyiruka so ebintu okumanya icyo gukora kintu kikuru muno nabo cyane mbasaba ibintu bagambira mu bitekerezeho atwokorga habusinge peace. If you live peace, and peace is built on the 3 pillars. Number 1, politics of unity. Number 2, army with a national and Pan-Africanist doctrine. And number 3, prioritization of programs within the army, so that you have got lethality before comfort. Even if you don't have comfort, but you are lethal, that's what the country needs for now. kutukurugaho tugenda hacha entunguka enkurakurana umunyoro bagite enkurakurana entunguka ni ikintu kirukwata harutwena umurujungu. The English equivalent is development, the roads, the amasomero, the schools, the health centers, electricity, telephones. Ebi byona ne enkurakurana entunguka. Ejo nayo tujikora in a prioritized way. Eje ngutu yanyu hata siskeri, eje ngutu yanyu siskeri hawa bakozi banyu batakumanya gukora ibintu abari mu ministries. Mbere ni soma hano brief nibangandira ngo Mitiana Fort Portal uri umuseja wa Enago project wabere yemerere nagenda kutandika ibirabiro kwa katano gukora ingutu ejo ato yobuza kayemerere iki bitu neja kutandika the Mitiana Mubende, because new section, that's the section which is bad. Hat eno ya Mubende Fort Portal. Area Mitiana Mbende is reconstruction. Kujikora bhyaka. Atu nsomere mu file zeze ndozere hano ngu Mubende Kyegegwa Fort Portal Kyegegwa no kwijuze bina nuko bagambire engineer wani I hear you are here. Where is he? Arhohano or works?
I'm here, Your Excellency.
Arinka.
I'm here, Your Excellency.
Where are you?
I'm here, Your Excellency.
What is it, reconstruction or repair?
Your Excellency, some sections will be reconstruction and some sections repair.
Which ones will be reconstruction and repair?
There are sections between Mubende and Kyegegwa which have really collapsed now that need complete repair, complete reconstruction.
And then
there are sections between Kyegegwa and Kyegegwa where we can do the repairs.
Okay.
Your Excellency, you know, I left you in Kyegegwa and have just used this section. It is very bad, Your Excellency. From Kyegegwa to Kyegegwa here also requires to be done afresh. It is very bad, yes.
Very good. We are going to do whatever is necessary. Tujja kukola kyone kyetagisa baitu nkukumbagambire omanyire NRM kuyizire yatekaho amahyaka tukakora amahyaka baitu system ibindi bitongore ukasigara nkubyabe biri ira baine mikorere yabo tugezaho okubasomesa baitu baine mikorere yabo abakube engudo eno nkagikora omburumi bw'amanyi tukasite sente nakozesa amagezi nakozesa soya beans nazihereza aba Yugoslavia bankorere nguto ya amani okuruga Mityana okuhika Mbende. Very strong. Nicho mukorere etwera Kasumi Kakoto. Nubwe tandikire kusisikara miaka ya hati. It was like after 20 years, ejo nguto ejo. Hanyuma nayongeraho nakore ne yahantu bakana bajya nguntajikora ngo abako baharwe gari yo mwika. Nyona government nangwa njuja kujikora. Twajikora. Twakore ya bundu bujyo. Twakora ezurugenda hoyimana masindi akagadi. Hati bana bano wani bano abakororere ibintu tubakufaya kurura ngo esaha y'ikintu yahika tukigarike mbuyaka nyombere ni ndwana nengoto empyaka okore zinde ensi empyaka is twakozerira zisiskeini. But anyway, we are going to sort it out with our staff because the lifespan of the roads is known how many years, and the maintenance also is known. You should now. This is the time for repair. This is the time for doing this. This has been the problem. Beitu ebibyana engudo amasomero amarwariro biri mu enkorakorana byatwena ataho inywa bembezi mwino kusomesa abantu beitu engudo nubere kuba ernungi abantu mumaka nibasobora kusigara n'obunaku hata eje ngute kabere nungi nimujimanye okuruga Mityana okuruga Kampala ebere nungi esiskere myaka ya hei abana kubakawahira harugudo nimbakaguza emyaka ikora si abere nungi etakasiskere aitwajikorere abana kuona bakahwayo aho mungarukemu. Aha. Mbere ndikasese nasangayo omukazi bamweta Bira bamuteka hadi mu murori nyine filmu yanjye nyine ingana na filmu muntero put there Bira of Kasese.
Amena ngalibira Pelisi Muyinga ngali chairperson wa okwaligi eye municipality eye ngale presiding abalemu ni muna tunge PDM mbambe PDM mbambo milioni muoma nave tunge PDM milioni muoma mana echiro chenye nengila mana ula esengoko vikumbi vepo mina sachaho ese emitwalo ani okwa milioni muoma namalengaho namayiya milioni muoma yo emitwalo ani yasakaho namayiya ere urebyalya nenebatsi esengoko seya musia kulandeke namaulia munasiulia Msitatunga poro.
Hata ogobira aine miaka 5 y'obukuru beto mbarambo bonobo abera takatunga ikintu cyona ahakaye arakasese hakorase kasese omtown korase hano Bira hano miaka 5 takatunga ikintu cyona umbomezibu. Aha munyoreke tumusime oburubirizi ubwo nagamuri nyakuri muje kuruhura
amazina mbanyita Tumusime Dezerata omutuze wa Rubirizi district ate yimirira ndi omuseri ya Kizurugo nisima president wa Uganda ayatwire PDM nyo kurangine myaka nkaga nina nkatene chinda tongira haka bakatwe sente za PDM milioni na yaye mtwari binasiga account yanje na rete mitwaro 98
aboko akasumi kagenzire ikintu story ya bira cy'umwe ya Tumusime mwamuhuru muri nyankore nagamba ngo ayini myaka nkaga nena atakatunga kintu cyona haka iba akaba agire Kampala ahungira uboro agire Kampala tumwa wire boko bihuru hati Tumusime kyatungira ka 1 million ka PDM yatandika kugira cyakora iba yagaruka atagarukira nkamushanga so mbona hati nimbashabu imabembezi nimbasaba inyabembezi ensonga yo kuzerera ahiguru y'amaizi floating tikintu kirungi mwino kika hansi nicyo mukorana ni hano tinkorora bakoto n'abantu abakoto n'abantu bagonza kundora ni abakoto nkabarorera hati kandora abanako hati inyonywena numurugo miruka ejo Tumusime bunyaruguru area chorus eruho from 1963 ukuyara kumiro nkaga nesatu uru ruguto nkaba ni somantare barutera chorus ukurugambarara ukika Katunguru ukika Kasese ukika Football from 1963 itwa tuizire turugarukiremo turukambiruke chorus eruho betu Tumusime ariaho myaka kaga nena takatunga kintu cyona hakayi nkagenda ho district ya Rubirizi enyima aho kagande ya ariho umurukano wagweta ndangaro guruma amaka kagurume amaka 2025 bona bakabarubanako democratically bakangambira ngo itu hano turubanako sano musejo muwenka kateba nuwe nempunu musanju so inyo abebembezi abebyoburemi nangwa nabedini nabo okana bahika abantu okugira umuruka gw'abantu amaka 2500 bona bariya boro kandi obarumu nubahikamu ukabeteza n'ikintu kitakiri so hati aho nko bagambira inywe mutandise ibigambo mwahure ibigambo enkurakurana nobuguda enkurakurana nobunaku enkurakurana yatwena ubuguda nobunaku byawe nkomuntu yu they are personal nebyahaka nebyomuntu nebyecyaro basobora kuba baguda basobora kuba abanako so nawe icyo ezi program turesire ezi za enkurakurana ezo zuruho engudo ezo zuruho betu nubo wakuzukora utayikire kiri ecya obuguda nobunaku you are going to fail nuja kuremwa kandi mbasaba mureke gukora ensobe hati programs ezo buguda tuzitereho zona UDB, Uganda Development Bank, yabaguda. Mugendo ku UDB. Abanaku emyoga. PDM. Ni nyenda kuteka na ensawe ndijo yaba abenchu. Abakugenda mu nyanja. Nsangire PDM tekwatagana kurungi na benchu. Okugura eryato, okugura ki nibyenda sente nyingiho okutire za 1 million. Ate ibyo kumukubikora hata mugaruke mumaka byaro byanyu mumiruka yanyu dika kugamba uko chairman what no chairman nyowe owange kisozi tindu mukuru w'ekyaro tindu omuruka beti nyoni nturayo nyine byaro mwenda ebinyetoroire birumu amaka 12 nyunka bagambe iro bunagenzere tingonza kuba mutahi waboro tingonza kurirana na banako ruhanga nagenda kumbingo mu iguru kundugendayo nahikayo ba marayika nahika muri yango konkona ntinyizire ba marayika bije kunkaguza uwabero rikisozo kokoroye nimujika okusomesa kwa Yesu byagambira ati tumurampere mizigo okunywa amezi tukaga ku Mariari ati omwa amezi ori owabere ayiniroho mukaganyima. When you did not give drink water to the one who was thirsty, you denied me the water. So iwo mwebembezi orumuruka nkanye hali wange kisozi araho amaka 12 nuje ne motoka naki norara mbitanda byagoro birungi bari abanaku barukuru mu bunaku bwabo no tekereza ranga na kusemerero leki bya politics ibintu bya manu muno betu ruhanga okupima uwembezi wao. So ati nimbasaba mugarukeyo amaka omuruka harimo amaka ngaha umuryago amaka angahi agarigire gataho karitangu yokubingo bunaho, so that we have got clear data. Kutukurugari yecho obusinge enkurakurana obuguda nokubingo bunaku ekinde kigambo kikuru muno nabana kusomera busa umusomero ga government. Ekigambo ekyo ningonza abana baboreke bwa video bwange hano owa hano hindigire chenjojo kora bakatairemu muroro abana
district ya Bunyangavu nkasomera kosi ya hair dressing baitu ntakaizira hanu nkasoma na garukira msinia ya kasatu obuna hikira msinia ya kasatu sente zirema ndeka kusoma ngaruka muka nikara hazigati ndemesebwa ngenda nswerwa obuna swirwe nzara abana babiri obuna zaira abana babiri omuseija wanga akaba natekaniza kuntwara msaluni kwegere bisoke haija lockdown obu haizira lockdown ngumizamu nyikalire muka ndindirira lockdown ehweho baitu lockdown ekabeta kahweireho omuseija wanga akafuna accident yafa obu yafire nkaba ntaine kintu kyone kinsa kukora omwana omuto akasigara aine emyezi 9 nagaruka hazigati ya mama na ikali
ati esazi genzire nakobere numuhurura. I don't know how the RDC and other people and Bariomusi can show these films in the local areas so that they see them. Now, those children there like that one, abo bana bona ekigambo kyabo ni kimu. Nkawa ndi haka nibeja program zangi is a skilling hub. Zine zinayombekire nkeno ya hano Kyenjojo. Kuba kwija amaziga gabo gona ngamu. Nkaruga mu isomero hawa school fees. Nkaruga mu isomero hawa school fees. Kandi kuri 96 tukareta enkora ya bona basomere busa. Twayongera mu sente za UPE, USE buri mwaka tongera mu sente. Kuna hansi umasomero ga government by head teachers na parents association bateka mu sente. Kandi tukanto bahawara amasomero ga day gatari ga boarding na hora hano numwenda boarding hano. Ito tukatubagana amasomero ga day abana basome bagaruka omumaka. Hawoko bako kuteka ibyo kurara no kurya naki sente inturikene bankoto. Abana kwa karoma kagabo bagenda basoma bagarukayo. It is cheaper for the country and for everybody. Beitu abasomesa by head teachers na wazaire fees bazeremera. Ati nubo bana abo kurora desperate children behwera matsuko. So ikintu hati abantu bekwasa abasomesa tubakomara tukongeramo abasomesa. Icyo muri nyanko ntikweto ukweragira niberagira ukweragira banyango muri tono bakiyata ukweragiriza bakiyata bata ukwetumikiriza. Ati abashomesa sinte kuzatakumara abashomesa mutugambire nyumungambire president njengwe sente tuzukumara aba parliament bariya barwa buhoro bariya tumamhora narangira hamzinda araho rwa buhoro numanya rwa buhoro murore mukazi wa amani rwa buhoro nizina ryo nyankori konko nkashanga batoro batakukimana bakita rwa buhoro ubuhoro meaning cold food, but it is rwa buhoro peace, the one of peace. Twakikarire Kampala ntugamba city tongere musente mu byokusoma abasomesa bamare so that the excuse of saying we don't have enough teachers stops. Beitu nikizoka aho noro tukakwata ene kurungi omubitekerezo abantu bakamanyira ngo ekikuru muno nabana bono kusoma ekikuru muno no kubinga obunaku mumaka hata nosanga hata mbeni mprora nani speech zanyu municipality for Kyenjojo, municipality for I don't know where, municipality for where. Hatu tukoreki tuhe abanaku ninga tukore municipality imwe numutesaki abanaku tubareke babira tubareke tumusime nagenda kufa akize myaka nkaganena takatungoga empuni yatungire ne yange yokubanza mbomezi atukoreki tubanzeki. Yes, this is where you should sort yourselves out. abo kuba numutabura n'abantu mbatamu bahuzia hati ebi mukubaze bibyona eze ngoto zumukubaza ni inyoni ayazukozire. When we came nyondi umuntu ni manya kubaga numukumanya ukubagente kuba no bagente ubanza usara uruhu ekikoba nibakyeto kwaterera no sara hano hamkono usaroto ujya hano usara hano usaroto ujya hano usara ukuguru amaguru abanyankore iki bakyeto ukwaterera umurutoni bakyeta bata nuko kwaterera nuko kwaterera toka bagire ukubaga nujya gushikayo ati nyonka aterera enguto nagiha Kampala nagisya bundo buryo nayaterura uruhu endijo nagihayo nagisya kuri Hansaro na Sudan. I opened the skin. Eze nguto mukugambe zindi za kijura ezo no kubago bete mugenda mukwate ibintu byo tokatirire wabaga numujya kuba nk'aba Nigeria akasumi akahoire mbere natungamo ikizibu nkombeka factory yanyu yokora leather ejireda imbe numusaka China na India nabombekera factory kakaumu hato gumusti bareke keje yangambye ati amariba gabuziri amariba gagire nka bagatwara Nigeria kugarya nibagarya katwa tunu ng'ikizugu tukore itutse so nikizoka abantu bagomba kufuka nk'aba Nigeria kuri amariba beti nyoni ngoza ukwaterera twaterere. So now korokorora esente hati zitukuteka mu buri mwaka zitukuteka mu PDM egiye kwihaya bana abantu banyu bana babira batumusime mukundane boreke mukundane nyumazi mukundane
Mabaragange ninyo warozete mukundane omwikazi wa Kasojo ekyaro kya Nyawara ward Chiko Town Council Burasha County Kabarole District. So nkatunga sente za PDM ebiro mwenda okuyikumi 2023 obunafunire sente ezo ekire kyayongere ebiro 10 abuko ebiro mwenda kebiri independence ebiri 10 nagenda na gurachi embuzi 2 agure embuzi 2 mu business gure mtwara 25 ekinde cyayongireho nashwa na tambura nagure ezindi
tutwine bure bokubahurikiza beta abo bona nibakugambira nkabanta kwataga miliyoni mu mbomezi bwange bona hati kuna kozere nguto eze nguto niyo yazikozere zimukubazaho zona it was my initiative konka kundozire inyuma narora enguto ziro bira asogere inyuma biro olio empumi wakasese tumusime eni makankaga nena taka kutungaga mpunu mbomezebwe mukundane numurora hano takwataga biliyoni munyona agamba ima basejjamu nabakazi nimugenda kutaho munsobi katugaruke inyuma tukununkirire abanyakore bagito kununkirira Okunukira abatoro bakine. Bakiyeta bata. Kununkirira. Garuke nyuma okanyurira omuntu owakuriya. Tugaruke nyuma tukununkirire aba bantu abanako. Hati PDM yonka ntutamu 1.2 trillion shillings. That is 1,200 billion shillings. Kokutaho emyoga is 1.6 trillion. Kakubeje tusteko mungudo ezo nenguto ntuzukora 1.6 trillion per year okumara emyaka 5 yekisanja nizo trillion nkambunana ezo nguto zona ntwakuzukoze tukazimara betu babira basigarayo municipality city so Fort Portal ni city ijo nkabandi ntoroko na roro omunaku urukuruga Fort Portal city akaje yansanga yo tinyondi munaku tine bwire boku barora. So therefore nyoni mbasaba omuzungu bacheta mass line as opposed to elite line. Numutegereza abantu abarukurungi bonka ninga numutegereza habanaku. Bwana numutegereza habanaku, please bine bimbagambiri obusinge infrastructure some entunguka some beitu okurora hamatungo gabantu obuguda abana babanako okusomera busa kumukore icyo kandi ukwikiriza ngo twaturi abakore ibintu emutu no kubikora erizoba ibintu tukabikora nyencha prioritization skilling the youth mbalozera abana abo they are now they are like resurrection kababira bafire bakahumbuka. No hope. If you when you hear what they are saying, I don't normally cry, but you feel like crying. It's so sad to have people like this in our country. Hati sazi genzire ikigambo cha nabo icyo bigambo byanjye nyowe obusinge enkurakurana obuguda abana babana ko kusomera busa amasomero ga government abana bona kusomera busa amasomero ga government skilling hata haro ikigambo cha buhinga stadium buhinga akigambireho ezo stadium nyondi muzani wa mpira abatu I am a footballer. Betu kuna izire mu government nkasa nkayebiru ebyo mpira ukwiye twatanka kurwana na Amin umpira nkagwewo ebitekerezo byo na biteka Amin kuyargaho obote UPC ebitekerezo byangi tindora mpira. I don't watch any game. I don't have time. Ebitekerezo byangi byona biri Uganda Africa and my family and NRM niwe bitekerezo byange hati kutozire mu government ibi bisaini mbimanya nkani mbizanira munyo kacheka yambarara na kivubo nkantaka izireyo aha Centurions hano tukantuteraho mpira na ba Centurions ibisai byo nimbimanya konka tukakora ikisai cy'umucyonka cya Nambore abachina bachikora twasanka abebiru ebisai. Not that we had forgotten about them, but we had first of all peace to fight, survive, then immunization, then some programs which could not wait. Now because of the peace, without even working on the stadiums, nimurora abemuzana barigireyo Cheptegei, abo bezira habwa peace tukakozere bisai konka turesero obusinge Kapuchorwa people are no longer running. Karamoja is controlled. Now because of that, these sports talent are coming out. And many of them are coming also from the schools, because the schools are these seed schools. How many seed schools do we have in Kyegegwa now? So, A level, how many? Can you give us LC5? A level secondary schools, government ones. Kyegegwa district only. Any one of them.
Your Excellency, in Kyegegwa district, amasomero aganyakwine A-level
aga government
tuina ana gonka nalino na mbere tuli Your Excellency. Hamagombora 19.
That is Kyegegwa.
Kyegegwa, Your Excellency.
Amasomero ana
government. Hamagombora 19.
Very good. Hati ato ogonagaya. Ariyo nagaya tuina masomero na gonka. Hati nyowe kasangirwe ndahano. Umwaka nkaga nagumu ndintare Toro yona Toro teremu na Kasese na Bwamba zona hamu amasomero ga O level muhuri abebembezi 61 Toro yona ugu nagaya amasomero ana ga Kyegegwa yo nagagaye hati akamkwe bwino yabuso 1961 Toro yona amasomero ga O level, not A level. There was not a single A level school in the whole of Toro. Gakagari abiri St. Rios and Nyakasula. Finished. O level, not A level even. Hatogo na gamba chaka yonka yimkweta Kyegegwa ni chaka. Hari amasomerana ga A level. So please, I think the Secretariat needs to do more to orientate you, so that you know where you are. Nyo hati kundu kuija nyine nyonyange kundu kuhika hano nkaguza pilot turinka hata ngambe ngu 36 degrees north of the equator buru nkika wana nimanya ndinka on the globe. Hati Toro erizoba erinka okugiraganya na Toro eyira Toro yona. So kumanya what is primary ebintu nbija kwangwa na wecho ebya bisite bitakabigiremo tube turiaho twaguma tugamba tukore akibua na Buhinga ibindi bisite biliyo Kacheke eliyo yambarara Kabale stadium eliyo Bugembe Busoga eliyo Mbare Maruku ziriyo Peche Guru ebisite byona biliyo ntubimanye baitu tutsobora kukwata kino tukwata kino tukwate ebimu ebintu turabikora nyingi. Now Buhinga, we wanted to do it with Akibwa leader. Akibwa, because of the memory of Akibwa, who was the first record holder of Uganda world. Buhinga just we brought it up. It was not different from others, but we picked one of them. Now kutuba tuliaho abemzano betu bagenda basinga singana batankagwize okuleta AFCON ya African Cup. AFCON wizire twende bisayi bisatu. Bisayi bisatu labiyanka. Harona Ambore, Harona Kivugo. Nzo twine. Twende ya kasatu. Akibua, twabagambira Akibua. Aba ibara ya Akibua. Bagamba ngunangu. Akibua tubisobara abokuba aba AFCON nibende ikisayi cyenyonyi cya international. Ikisayi cyenyonyi cya international tulakiyanka. Aho nuho hoyima yiziremo. Abokuba habwa petroleum tuombekele ikisayi cyenyonyi cya international chiwere. Okay, mana mgonze ikisawu hoima hali itaka nukari nuko kugenda hoima. It is because of the pressure of the AFCON. So na hata muntu kuja hano mbatora kabagambe ati beberwe buhinga beberwe. Nyo ari kuzana mpira ni nyebo mpira. Abarugamba ngo beberwe mpira nogumanya tubagumanya. No, we can't do everything. So that's why the reason now Akibua later on bakagamba Guru Hario Airport. There is an Air Force airport there. It's a big one. They say that one is near. If the road is there, they can also use it. That's how. That is the reason. I think Nindoro Obire Butahiremu. Engudo zumbazize zona zandike nizimanye ni ezo zona nizimanye Kazo Kabogore Mpara Kyegegwa hanu hapuyo urukunkiza kumenya urono nyo yarabire munebigere. We shall do them, but please ati nimbasaba mutatwambiriza kwihe sente mbanaku tukakora ebintu ebyenkorakorana eri kujya kuyamba abaguda boga katwami abanaku baitu nyeke inja kukibazaho harurare sente za PDM ukurora nguzagumiza abanaku barugayo hanyuma twongeraho ibindi tujya kuba twongeraho uru rwuto tujya kurukora tujya kurugarukamo urwa Kampala Mitiana nazune ntuja kuzikora. I have got a big program. Mujuke ngo amagitagate garhe kurugayo amagitagate kugaratanika kurugayo ubu tubona tuja gutubona tubukora. But even before that we shall struggle to do this road. So mwebale okuleta extenso cyo kusajiko umugurusi ntuja kusakwera hika ntuja kuchitwara mu sek ntukibanjurura ntutenta ntusaramu icyo gukora twena hamwe mwebare muno nyencha mumpo akasumi kakota harwari mbaze bikuba abokuba obwire n'ubugenda ibigambo bimwe mbiguruka kandi nyino garuka ya footphoto nenyonyi tingwenda kugenda ekiro mukahurira ngo museja bamutwele murago no mukaikuruwe kunda ndio kugenda ngenda nyanga ntatwele mukaikuruwe wetu. So nyencha mumpo akasumi are on the radio so that I speak more. Mwebare muno hanga abakumi.
Let us all stand up and put our hands together and give a louder hand clap to our president.
Tunabode nyakana lyaha nyakana hano aroho arinka nyakana
Okay, let's put our hands together and clap for our president. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Ordo Nyakana Rinka.
He's
Arhanu.
White President Nyakana tali mwebembezi baitu muntu arokora kurwanisa obunaku omutoro region.
Nyencha muleta arwale kuri Arhanu. Arinka.
Thank you. I will ask you to take your seats as we perform the last.
Ogo ni Nyakana. Baza hamzindaro katoito. Umzanda ugurhari.
Please, you can take your seats.
Otomuno Mzee White President kubanza ngoza kusima abo bwire bwona kubutekaho itwa abanaku kurora ngo netwagira entasha twarugayo mu Uganda kandi ngoza kusima abo kutusomesa ekigambo cyo kugira ebintu nko kutwabikora kutandika nekikubanza kwika cyo kumaliro kusomesa kwao kwa siramani hati muihanga liona
hati Nyakana oje encha kitagwendo basomesa
ego mzee ni ninja
nyencha oije
otomuno mzee ni ninja
kale
thank you
obu Nyakana akaba munaku hata kafoko muguda.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, we are now left with only 2 items on the agenda. One of them is very important for us all because majority of us here are NRM leaders. So I would like to ask the Secretary General to perform the noble duty of reading the scorecard of Toro sub-region. Secretary General, and we do that very fast. After that, we'll just have a picture. And then we do the converts.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and Chairman of the party, the First Lady, Mama Janet Museveni, SEC members, ministers, members of parliament, and all leaders from Toro. Your Excellency, before I read the brief scorecard, I just need to bring to speed the leaders who are here that the party is in the process of concluding the elections of the structure leaders. We started with the elections of the village members, the 30 leaders at the village, plus the flag bearer of LC1. So per every village, we have 31 leaders now. We've concluded elections at parish level. Yesterday, we did elections at sub-county levels. On Monday, we shall have elections at town councils, municipalities, and divisions of the cities. And towards the end of the week on Friday, we shall conclude with the elections of the district executives. Mr. President, I also need to report to you that these elections have been very peaceful, and I need to congratulate party leaders for harmonizing their differences and having elections which have been very peaceful. We've been having issues in a few areas where names were missing in the registers, where our registrars were misbehaving. We are handling such administratively. But I also need to repeat that we are not opening the register for new registration. We are continuing with the old names that are in the register as we prepare for the primaries for lower councils and for members of parliament. And we believe and pray that our primaries shall also be peaceful. Mr. President, thank you for being our leader. Thank you for always teaching us to prioritize things. And I've always reminded leaders that for everything we have, there must be a reference. So you are our reference in leadership. Where there are contradictions in society, where there are contradictions among leaders, where leaders seem to be confused, I always refer them to your speeches and to your words. And thank you for always mentoring us. Mr. President and members, In the last general elections, our performance in Toro sub-region were as follows. In Kabarole district, we got 80% of the votes. In Chenjojo district, we got 85% of the votes. In Kamwenge, we got 94%. In Kyegegwa, we got 84%. In Fort Portal City, we got 70%. In Bunyagabu, we got 78%. And in Chitagwenda, we got 86%. In short, you have performed so well, and indeed, you have continued to say, may His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni continue leading the party and the government. And before that, I request the SEC member to come here. We want to put an official question so that we put it on record. And when we take it to SEC, we refer to this date that the people of Toro in this assembly made this resolution, and we forwarded to SEC officially. And I will request that I put the question in front of the SEC member who is here. And when I put the question, please, I request that you all rise so that we second the motion. May those in favor of His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to offer himself as the presidential candidate for NRM party in 2026 general election say aye. To the contrary, no. You rise up, Professor. We want to see your name. Thank you. That is the resolution we needed, and we thank Mama for being part of the ayes. We have taken